to be bothered with all this YouTube politics, to be honest.
Are you ready?
We're back. The time is now.
Good afternoon, welcome one and all. With myself and where's the mighty wind gone? He's disappeared again. I can't see you on my screen, mate. Let's see if we can
hear me.
There you go. We got you now. Welcome one and all to NUFC Talk TV on match day. Yeah, come on the Toon down at the London Stadium. He's certainly changed a couple of players, which is going to be an interesting one. Players that played really well the weekend, in midweek, and have retained their place, and one that's come in. So let's see. We're gonna go through all the teams and everything else in a second. How are you doing, buddy? How are you feeling?
Yeah, not bad, man. Had
cool.
A good night out in the 60s disco last night. So that
I saw the FB thing. Yeah, it was it a 60s disco or something?
Aye.
Oh, excellent.
Soul night.
You see, you can't beat a bit of soul. Was it the northern part, the northern soulers? Or was it
soul indeed, yeah. But it was a Tamla as well, so.
Oh, a bit of Tamla as well. Fantastic. Anyway, let's do the housework and then we'll crack on with today's show. So welcome to all watching across the platforms. You know who I am. I am the Geordie Yam Yam. I am blessed to have the mighty win with me because it's a away game. Obviously, we never see the lad during the home games because he's always there. True supporter, as they say. Thanks to all the mods. Proper. Working tirelessly in the background as well. Again, massive shout out to Chris because he does a hell of a lot of work behind the scenes. And like I say, it's Betsy's birthday. So Chris ain't with us today. He's obviously celebrating with the better half. So there you go. So congratulations, Betsy. Have a lovely day, sweetheart. Hope it's a good one.
Indeed.
Don't forget, guys, out there in the in viewerland, smash that like button for us. It certainly helps us get further as a channel to other supporters. Subscribe, it's totally free. Smash the bell for future content. We're always live, never edited. So if you hit that bell, 30-minute warning becomes yours just before we come on air. And like I say, we are on air most days. So like I say, come on board, help us grow. But if you want to help us massively, you can become a member. It's a small monthly fee if you can afford it. We'd love to have you on board. Full stop. There's only one level to choose from these days. So if you want to jump on board with that, then you can. If you've got a question for me or Win during the show, then try and put a Q in it. Obviously, there's no point in putting any questions towards us while the game is on. We will be concentrating on the game and live kick by kick commentary. But we'll do our best to answer as many as we can if you throw a question in there. But again, apologies if you don't. But if you want to guarantee it, then throw us a super chat using the $, and that will get you guaranteed a mention. If you want to become a member during the show or anybody that gifts memberships out there, we've got some fabulous members on board already that gift. So if you do that, then obviously we will highlight you and thank you as we go on. And if you do so wish, you can still jump on board with a £5 entry fee to become a participant in the Prediction League. Very difficult to predict any of the scores this season, been up and down. And it seems, I don't know about you, Mighty, but we've got 3-3-3 on the board now. We had 5-5-5 last year. Let's see where we go.
That means there's 6 games to go before we get to 5-5-5.
Yeah.
And if those 6 all happen to be W's, we'll end up going 9-3-3.
That'll do me.
That'll do me and all. So, 3-3-3, 5-5-5. But
brilliant.
Whereas last season, we were playing badly and getting results, this season, through whatever circumstances, I don't think we've played badly. We haven't played well, but we haven't played badly.
We've been a little bit disjointed at times, haven't we?
And you can't I can definitely see improvements.
Absolutely.
It's getting better and better. That it was always going to take time for Walter Martin to bed in and replace Isaac, who we'd spent 3 years perfecting a system to feed him, and now he's not there to stuff his face.
Absolutely.
And look what happens when you don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. It is like I say, it's a strange one.
It proves, by the way, what a good coach Eddie is by being able to do that, because obviously Klopp hasn't found a way to be able to get him to score goals. He thought, I'll just be like all these top managers. He thought, I'll just go and spend 120 million, get the finished article, and he'll come and do the same for me as he does
done.
where he's at. How many times has that failed?
Absolutely.
Calvin Phillips, for example, he's a worldie at Leeds, goes to Man City, can I kick a ball?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not a unique phenomenon, shall we say?
So here we go. We're going to do the lineup, and then while Win just introduces one or two guys that's obviously already in the chat, I'm just going to be trying to sort out where I believe the West Ham players are going to be playing. So this is the new. I'm going to put the Newcastle lads up first because obviously they're more important than West Ham, and apparently I've been shouted down, and I don't know why. Because apparently it's not West Ham, it's West Ham United. And I must say that, because if I don't say United, then it doesn't mean a thing. So,
well, I disagree, because whereas there are plenty of Uniteds,
there's only one
West Ham. Therefore, they need distinguishing. In other words, Man United, Newcastle United, Leeds United, etc., etc., etc. There is only one West Ham.
So I totally agree.
Whoever is saying you need to call them West Ham United, unless it's a West Ham fan, of course, and they are as entitled to say that, I suppose, as we are when the media and all that pals call Man United.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, and that was the other thing, you see, because the other comment was that was following on from that. Was, I hate it when Newcastle are called Newcastle and not Newcastle United. And I'm thinking, well,
no, I don't.
It's one city, one club.
I don't hate
Newcastle.
Newcastle United are called Newcastle, but I do hate it when Manchester United are called United. They are the only United.
The elite. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly, and that was what I'm saying. It does get a little bit crazy. So here we go. On the team, on Newcastle United's team, we have Pope, Botman, Joe Linton, Tonali, Gordon, Chow, Kraft, Murphy, Voltamada, Byrne, and Bruno G. On the bench, we have Ramsdale, Hall, Shaw, Barnes, Asula, Ilanga, Willock, Ramsey, and Miley. We're going to come and have a. We're going to have a little bit of a deep dive.
Where does that image come from with the team on?
Where does this image come from?
Yeah.
It's delivered by In Post. There, look.
Right. Well, it really annoys me when they put them in numerical order.
I know.
Instead of positional order, regardless of what
number is. Yeah.
I
agree.
You've got to. I mean, there's loads of places do it, but you've got to then go. Well, hang on. and then work it out in your mind, which way they're going to be, as opposed to just having a nice, lovely, correct order thing where who's the full backs, who's the centre backs, who's in midfield, who's in attack.
Right, let's have a look at West Ham, because obviously West Ham have done exactly what I expected them to. So here we go. This is West Ham, and as you can see on the main screen there, he's in the team. So we started with Areola, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Kilman, Diouf, Potts, Fernandez, Paqueta, Bowen, Wilson, and Somerville. And on the bench for them, they've got Hermanson, Walker-Peters, Igor, Gilhelm, Rodriguez, Magessa, Souček, Irvin, and Myers. See, I knew there was a reason why Chris wasn't with us today. He said he was obviously out with Betsy, and he's not. He's on the bench for West Ham. Anyway, I hope you guys are all looking forward to this. Because I am. I think this could be one of those games. And I mean, there's a lot of people. Listen, I'll tell you what. You mentioned the guys in the chat. Let's welcome them on board. Thank you so much. Here we go. Random Access is one of our major contributors. So we'll start with that one, and then we're going to mention you guys in the chat. And I am just going to dabble with my tactical pad here and try and work out where we're going to play.
My problem is at the minute, Chris has got a hold of my.
Oh, careful, Doctor.
So
I'll do it. I'll do it. No worries.
Yeah, I can't go in the chat, unfortunately. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let's have a look at. I'm going to do our mate first. So we have Random Access. Thank you so much, my friend, for throwing the 5 memberships out there. As always, massive supporter of this channel. They have gone to Dennis Polojkin. Welcome on board, Dennis. Jam Stasher.
Jam Stasher, all the way from Canada, I believe.
Yeah. Yano is on board now with a membership.
Oh, hello, Yano.
We've got Martian Toad received a gig, and Mr. Lebowski. Welcome on board, one and all. You are more than welcome. And then we've got the beautiful Queenie has also gifted some memberships out there. Again, thank you so much, Queenie. Beautiful of you. This is they have gone to I Am Shearer. Trevor, is that Smythe or Smith? Trevor, he's a proper Smith. Richo 420 Smith, and then we've got Owen have received one. Top Gumps or Grumps, I should say, has also received one. So welcome one and all. And I have just been welcomed by the feline cat herself, who just seems to want to wreck everything. So if you see me grimace, it means he's climbing up my legs. So thank you so much for Random and Queenie for gifting. And if you wouldn't mind, everybody out there in chat, give them a thumbs up. I am going to try and battle my way through this little minx because, like I say, he is a little darling, but trust me, he is a nightmare. And all he wants to do is wreck everything. So before I go and get distracted any further, I wanted to say a couple of welcomes to people in the chat. So let's have a look who's in there. So we've got Trolls, Paul Morris. Who else is in there? Boki's in there. Random Access, as we know. Lynn Simpson. Welcome, Lynn. I could see you guys all boogieing the other night. Choppy's in there. Welcome, Choppy. Who else is in there? Two Nuts in there. Ben's in there. Anybody else that I can see? Michelle. Michael's in there. And Benjamin's got a question. Any chance this could be a trap game? In other words, we should win, but won't. Well, I think what you've got to again, you know, these aren't playing well, okay? And I think when you look at individuals, they have got good players. I mean, if you listen to a lot of the podcasts of West Ham fans, they have been absolutely screaming out for a little bit of pace in midfield, with Souček and Irvin playing in the middle, and like I say, you know, all the way through this season, them lads have been stuck in the middle of the park. Gives them very little movement. They are very static. They are very lackluster. I think that's the word I need. And sometimes, you know, win or lose games from the centre of the park. So we must look at these lads because Potts is a strong 22-year-old. I think he's got a great footballing brain, and I think he's going to, you know, he'll cause us problems. The same with Fernandez in the middle. We've got Paqueta playing in the 10, I believe. Somerville, obviously, out on the left, and we know Bowen out on the right can also cause you problems. Callum Wilson. Now, again, would that be a story if Callum Wilson can get a goal against his former club? So we'll see. The back line looks like it's gone back to a 4. With Kilman and Tadibo playing as the two centre halves, with Diouf playing left back and Wan-Bissaka playing right back. So again, for me, I think they've gone to a more of 4-2-3-1, and I will try and enhance that on the screen. As you can see, the mighty Winnie's just talking to Chris behind the scenes there. So I'm just going to put my cat on the floor before he starts ripping my lines apart. And I'm going to try. Oh, no, because you just keep changing all of, like you have done now. You keep changing all of the parameters on my screen. So here we go. Apologies, guys, because like I say, he knows not what he does. So this is what I believe the lineup for them is going to be, and their formation from the team that they've got on there. Like I say, couple of Diouf can play anywhere down that left-hand side. Very comfortable at wing back, very comfortable at left wing. Somerville, we know, is a left winger, and like I say, we know Wan-Bissaka can drive himself down that side to support Bowen. So, like I say, it's an interesting lineup for them. A bit more pace in the middle of the park for them. So let's go through Newcastle. Newcastle, to me, again, going in. Botman coming in for Shaw, so I can see Chow going back to the right centre back. We've got Dan Burn, obviously, who's done really well at the last game at left back, so no change there. Kraft coming in and retaining his place, and I think that is really brilliant, if I'm honest with you, because I didn't think he had a bad game, and I think the lad, like I say, is this Eddie sweetening him up before a new contract is handing out to him? Because, like I say, there was talk that this lad was going to be a free agent come January, and able to go and speak to other clubs. So I think this could be a little bit of a sweetener. Jacob Murphy comes back in that right side of midfield instead of Elanga. Anthony Gordon comes in as well on the left-hand side instead of Harvey Barnes. J7, Tonali and Gilmera, strong midfield. Lots of talk about Joe Linton at the minute, about he's like a yellow card away from a sending off type of thing, because once he gets going,
from a ban.
Yeah, crazy. And he is he's certainly one that has got to try and keep his head. But again, not a lot of muscle in midfield for West Ham, if I'm honest with you. We can see that the likes of Paqueta's gonna and Gilmares. I mean, that's always going to raise your game when you're playing against a countryman as well as mates. I mean, they are. It is known that they are good mates. Yeah, best of mates. So, like I say, they're going to try and become, or it's going to be a little bit of a battle with Paqueta in there to try and highlight himself. But I think Tonali's got the making of anybody in the middle of the park, if I'm honest with you. But if Gary calls me Harry again, I'll scream, Harry! There you go. Sorry, Wazza. Listen, mate, like I said, I can only go on what's in the front of the thing. I mean, I don't look at faces. I just look at names because we've got so many screens to look at, my friend. It ain't that easy. So apologies if that goes on again. Haven't seen the lineup, has Win, but I've just put it on. I hope you're all on board now, Irish. How has Joe Linton got a place in the lineup? Disgrace. Should be sent off in the other night. Well, this is what I'm saying. I mean, this is Davy Porter.
Because I'm back now.
There you go, Davy Porter. Like I said, it's the trouble is with J7. He hasn't got the ability, the technical ability to play two ways. So if you take that naughtiness out of him, I think you lose J7. Do you agree?
I think that. Well, I think that may be a bit harsh because he has got technical ability, just nowhere near as much as Tonali and J7.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I've seen J7. You know, in a tight situation, work some magic and come away with the ball or get the ball away. I've seen him do that many times.
Win, just before I forget, and it goes, Ron Turnbull, 3-0, if you wouldn't mind jotting Ron's down. Got it, matey. Thank you so much.
3-0 to the Toon, I assume.
3-0 to the Toon. Well, it's got 3-0 Toon, so yeah, that's the one.
just
Sorry,
make sure
mate,
that
if it
goes
to
in.
disrupt you, I just didn't want it to go away from my screen until I told you where it is.
Yeah, got him. Yeah, like I say, J7 seems to be attracting this label that somebody put on him, and everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. But I think he's got slightly more technical ability than people give him credit for.
Mm.
So in terms of saying how the hell is he in the team, well, let's just accept the fact that it's widely regarded that our midfield three of Tonali, Bruno, and J7 is one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league. So they're all including J7. Brazil seem to think he's a canny player because they keep picking him.
Yeah, but he's not getting games, mate. He's in the squad, but he's not getting games, is he? So that's what I'm saying. It's okay.
Okay, he's only good enough to get in Brazil's national squad.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not, I wouldn't mind getting the call up. But what I'm saying is, it's to me, there's got to be something else to what we see, and again, we have we only ever really see, and I'm trying not to make it sound as though I'm on J7's case here, because I'm not. But I think you're right. I think what you've just said there, when you pair him up against Bruno and Tonali, he is a step below the level. But, what he gives you is now different to what Tonali and Bruno give you in the middle of the field. So I sometimes wonder how he gets instead of the likes of Ramsey. When Ramsey's up to match speed, and like I said, I understand the situation with Eddie
And
Howe.
hey, look at this. This is a rarity. To coin a phrase is agreeing with me. Agree win. Nothing wrong with J7's technical ability. When we beat Southampton last minute, controlling it with 1 foot and bending them with left. The Milan goal and the West Ham away goal, etc. Yeah,
tell me another one. Because flashes of brilliance I see from every single player in the Premier League, but I don't see it on a consistent basis. That's what I mean. Like, we can all highlight individuals. Now, when you look at Tonali,
we're on J7 watch today.
Yeah, exactly. So let's have a look.
And here's the thing. Last season, if J7 wasn't performing, what was the alternative?
Willock.
You bring Willock on if he was fit.
If he was fit, yeah, absolutely.
Which he rarely was. Or Longstaff.
Yeah.
So, are you telling me Longstaff had more technical ability than J7, or better for the team than J7? I don't think anybody would say that. However, this season, we've now got Ramsey who can come on, or Willock who can come on, who is fit at the minute. Fingers crossed. And this is the perfect opportunity that I have. For my criticism of Eddie has always been, my major criticism of him has always been in game management. We've got an opportunity here. If it appears after, 20 minutes, half an hour, that whatever system West Ham have set up is, nullifying anything we're doing, then we've got an opportunity to change J7 and bring a different type of player on who's not necessarily a downgrade. And this again addresses the fact that we've got a better squad now than we've ever had. And you've got options as to who you want to try. With a number of substitutions we've got now, you can even try it twice. As long as you make that decision early enough and decide, right, this is not working, I'm going to change it. Even if plan B doesn't work, you've got an opportunity to go to plan C.
No, listen. That's what I said. The idea is you've got to have a variety in midfield, because if you're too static, if you're too one-directional, it's so easy. And we saw with Brighton, Brighton made us look quite ordinary in the midfield because the passing lanes just weren't checked, weren't blocked off. We were too stagnant, very similar to how West Ham have been. Because, again, if you go back to the Leeds match, you watch young Aaron just literally run through two players without making any track back, any adjustments to the game. There was no effort to get back to him. And it was literally a hot knife through butter. And I think, like I say, if you listen to some of the fans crying out for the two slow coaches in the middle of the park to be changed for the two youngsters, which were used in the pre-season games, and looked really good, really electric, lots of momentum from them. And then as soon as the Premier League starts, they get dropped. And that's where a lot of fans have been a little bit disgruntled with the management, with the coaches that have come in. And again, they all say that they're on watch, if you like, because it doesn't seem as though they're looking for the best outcome for West Ham. It's like they're using West Ham as a stepping stone to get somewhere else just to fill the void. And that's not what they want. Let's while we're on with J7 then, let's have a quick look. Let's see if I can bring that back a little bit, because I know for some unknown reason my screen doesn't show, and it still doesn't show. I don't know why I can't ever see. Anyway, let's put it on that one, because then I can show the whole thing. There you go. So this is J7 up to so far, if you like, in the league. So 7 matches played, 534 minutes, no goals, no assists, according to this. I think that's wrong, isn't it? He scored 2 goals. Oh, that was in the cup, wasn't it? So nothing in the Champions League, nothing in the Premier League. 0.6 XG. Non-penalty XG exactly the same. An assisted XG, just under 1. And in the Champions League, nothing at all. So for somebody of his stature, and I think this is why I question the ability of J7 and what he gives you, is the fact that he's a tall lad. We know he's a bit of a mountain. He's a strong character. So he should be a perfect target man. And we've seen him play on the inside left for the likes of Nick Pope to go and aim at. Somebody and it's nice to have somebody by the side of him now like Voltemada. That can play on the as well, be a target man. So we've seen J7 hit these little pockets of space to be looking for the flick on. Very rarely does he win a clear header of the ball for a flick on against centre halves. Very rarely wins the ball back in these high parts of the field. So, like I said, I only look at the overall play, what a player brings to the squad. And yes, he's a stopper. And again, you look at some of the players that he is similar in stature over the last 365 days. Marino, one of our ex-players. But there's nobody on this list that blows your frock up. And I think apart from a couple, there's probably Herrera ain't a bad player. He's Papa Sarr, no. Kamara at Rennes isn't bad. Talizo isn't bad. But like I said, and this is why I find it difficult to criticise the lad, because when he come to Newcastle, I don't think anybody knew, and I don't think Joe Linton knew where his best place was. Was he a winger?
It certainly wasn't number 9.
No, absolutely. And you look at his percentiles here, and a lot of them are in the green, and that's what I said. You can't not knock him because of what he's given the club when there hasn't been competition for places. But again, passes attempted. From a midfielder, that should be green. You got me, and completion. It should be well up here, and. Not really a problem with the progression. the successful take-ons, it's poor. So again, when you're looking at a creative midfielder, this is the areas that should be absolutely bright green, not this area, because like I say, this is what you're expecting from somebody a little bit higher up the field. And the same with the tackles. Look, you look at aerial duels one; he's got 97%.
Well, that's what I was waiting till you finish, and I was going to correct you on the aerial duels because
but that's when he's getting the defensive headers in. That's a totally different. When we're in an attacking zone, he very rarely gets his head to anything.
No, I thought you were saying he never wins the ball in the air, and I'm saying, well, I've seen him win the ball in the air hundreds of times.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm not saying like he can't do it in a defensive manner when he's watching the ball.
I call him the bulldozer, me, because he just.
But again, this is good for a midfielder. I'm not saying it's not, but this is the area for me that's a concern. And that's what I'm saying. If I could see,
the point is, if you put Ramsey's stats there exactly the same, Ramsey would be green in the places where J7 isn't green, and Ramsey would be red in a lot of those areas where J7's green.
Okay,
that's what I'm arguing. That they're two different types of players, and it depends which type you need in the given situation of the game that you're playing.
Yeah.
And this is where Eddie, I think, has got to improve and identify that much earlier than just the standard 60, 65, 70-minute double or triple substitution.
So what I'm going to ask you then is, do you look at him being a loose cannon, right, in the middle of the park, as in go and play, upset, get involved? You're going to get something potentially out in the final third. You're not going to get much creativity out of him in the middle third of the park, and you're going to get a little bit of defensive quality in our defensive third. So what I'm saying is, when you've got Bruno,
I would argue a lot of defensive quality, because again, have a think about how many times we see J7 dropping to centre back, and especially lately since Lewis Hall's been injured, dropping to left back to cover for BDB when he's gone foraging up front.
Yeah,
and so I think defensively you get a whole lot more out of J7 than, for example, you would out of Ramsey.
Yeah. So okay. While we're I've just gone blank again. Oh, there you go. I don't know why that my screen went completely blank there, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. This is Bruno's, right? So exactly what I expect to see from a creative midfielder, right? And that's what I said. Depending on what type of style you play, here we go. Let's have a warrant. Boki, what do you do apart from look adorable? Oh, thanks, Wazza. That's brilliant. But what I'm saying is, when you look at Bruno's contribution for what we want him to do within that squad,
does that not surprise you there?
What this part?
His passes attempted on green. Bruno's passes attempted on green.
Yeah, it's below the 50 percentile on attempted.
Well, I find that incredible.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I said. It is, but when you look at the rest of it compared to what we had before, I mean, these are, take-ons where he's literally breaking lines, progressive passes. These are what you want, but passes attempted.
I think if you to compare J7 to Bruno, to say J7 isn't as good as Bruno is like saying night is not day. Everybody knows that. But to say that Bruno is, because he's not as good as Bruno, makes him technically inept, I just think it is wrong. I think we would all agree that he's not as good as Bruno, He's not as good as Toon Army, but he's better than a lot of people give him credit for.
He certainly gives you something different, and that's what I said. I think he's certainly something different. I just want to. I don't want to see him lose his head. That's what I'm saying. Is I'd rather him try and keep his head steady, not rush into things, and try.
So
and
does this not though then get back to this the whole business about kind of footballer psychology? Whereas, if you take the devil out of Gaza, you lose half the player.
But this is what I just said. You're unfortunately stuck with the player you've got, because if you take an element of that game away from them, the player dissolves, and we saw that. Unfortunately, with a lot of players, where they're trying to do something that the gaffer's told them differently.
That isn't natural to them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Roger's here saying any newbie, Gary, would think this is the Thug Linton show. Yeah, but it is a difficult one, and this is what I said about the choices that Eddie has to make to try and get the right balance. And for me, do you need a Thug Linton in the lineup today? Willock did half decent the weekend. Do you not go and tempt fate, or is the tactics for him to say, listen, we're going to get Jacob Murphy close to Voltemada today, and because Crafty did so well running that line, a lot more than Trippier did, are we reliant on Crafty now running that line to try and bring Somerville a bit deeper and work Diouf, and hopefully Jacob Murphy can work in between Diouf and Kilman, as we saw him work really well last weekend. And get closer to Voltemada. What's Voltemada's role today? Is he going to be more left-sided when he drops into that deep slot, or is he going to work that right side as we've seen him do over the last couple of games? And I think that is the big question now: is how do we utilise the space that Voltemada, gives us by dropping into the slot? And that's why I question whether Joe Linton is the right player, because if you've got inside left runners, Ramsey, Willock, will we be able to exploit more space with one of them rather than J7? And that's that. Like I said, we've got a stopper, we've got Tonali, we've got a good creative player. We haven't got many runners from midfield. That's my concern.
If I was looking at it from Eddie's perspective, I would say you can almost guarantee that the West Ham threat is going to come from Wan-Bissaka and Bourne on the right-hand side. We've already seen Bourne take Big Dan to the cleaners a couple of times before Big Dan decided enough of this nonsense and took them out. And that was at the London Stadium as well, if you remember, two seasons ago.
2 seasons ago, yeah. It's not been a great hunting ground for us, has it?
Is he not saying, I'm going to put J7 across there to help him out and eliminate effectively West Ham's only threat this season has been down the right-hand side with Bourne and Wan-Bissaka. Because Paqueta hasn't done a lot. And then Tonali should be able to take care of him anyway. So that's why I'm thinking J7's been put in to
just to nullify it a bit.
Just to bolster up our left-hand side.
Sounds like a plan.
To fight their threat, as it were.
So then let's have a little bit of a recap of where we are. So Magpies are making their 9th appearance at this unloved edifice of a sports stadium, having lost just one of the previous 8, winning 5 times and drawing twice. Ex-Magpie Callum Wilson has netted once for his latest club in 6 Premier League appearances. Just the one start, mind. This is only going to be his 2nd start. The forward failed to score in any of his 5 outings against Newcastle during his time at Bournemouth player. And the Hammers have lost all 4 of their Premier League games so far this season.
I've got no idea what's happening with your camera. But are you watching? I thought it was party night.
Whoa. I tell you something now. That's funky. It's a weird one. It's like autocorrect has gone auto wrong.
Auto potty.
I am gonna be jumping back and out and back in, mate.
Right, jumping back in. Let's have a look and see what we've been going on in the chats. Any newbie, Gary? We've just done that one. Pokey, you're an adorable little hamster. He's our adorable little hamster, is Pokey. Queenie is saying, now we know who's supervised who. Gary, oh, well, there you go. There's Warren saying, Gary, you've gone all jiggy, mate. Cheers, Warren. Irish Assassin. Eddie has chosen J7 for a reason. Let's get behind this and let's not judge until after the game. Famous 2020 hindsight, Irish. Michael saying, your camera's bouncing all over. Gary coming up to the final furlong, calling him a jockey. And Bogey, what you got to say, son? Come on, let's not look for faults in players before the match. Be positive. J7 is a man mountain and we'll have a blinder today. My God. Bogey, you've definitely changed sides. That's Beauchamp, of course. Queenie weekend has been good for me. I still managed to skip the coffin a few times, but hey, still breathing. I think this season has been slightly unfair. He took a bad injury, has not been 100%, basically patching up for each game, a small rest between games, and you see the difference in him. Let's hope you're right. And J7 has received a total of 3 red cards in his professional career. This includes 1 with Brazil, 2 while playing for Newcastle, and to be continued. Zamra changing his score to 3-1. J7 is not, this is Adrian, J7 not a particularly graceful player, but he provides important physical dynamics up and down the pitch. I couldn't agree with you more. Queenie's there. Keep giving the likes, folks. Yes, smash the likes, folks. See if we can get to 200 likes today, please. All ad-free, so we need all your help. To coin a phrase, his defence and heading qualities too. I agree, his attacking heading must improve. No more so than that, because he should definitely have scored when he hit the side netting against Fulham. Davy Porter, win your miles off. The bloke is shite. It's plain to see. Another yellow or red is nailed on. Far better on the bench today. Well, Davy, you and I will just have to agree to differ. J7 or Ramsey, not much difference. Believe in all our starters. Oh, we've done that one. Choppy's in the who else we got here? Who have we not heard from? Afternoon all says Carlos NUFC. Hello, Carlos. I think in America. Ronnie Bourne versus Key is the Bourne versus Burn is the key. Well, Ronnie, that's the thing, you see. That's exactly what I've just been mentioning. I think that's why J7 has been preferred to Ramsey or Willock, because his defensive, he'll stand no nonsense against Bourne. Because the one thing we don't want to allow is for Bourne to have a one-on-one run with Big Dan. I think Borky's fell in a Brunel vat. Yes, he's certainly turned from being one of the doubters into one of the happy clappers lately. And why not? Look at the run we're on, man. Thank God Murphy is playing. Alanga hasn't shown well. I know he has in his locker, just needs to find his form. I think you'll see the best out of Alanga when we get Wissa up front. I think that's going to be the key to that whole little riddle, because he hasn't, you know, you can dress it up any way you want. He's had a couple of half decent games. Barcelona springs to mind, because the rest of the team weren't properly at the races. He tended to shine a bit then, but we haven't seen the best of him, and I think we will see the best of him when we've got an out-and-out centre forward in the box, such as Wissa. These are shocking, meaning West Ham. West Ham, I assume. We need a convincing performance today. No excuses. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. But sooner or later, all these teams that are bad tend to turn the corner. Let's hope it's not now. It's always these Cockney clubs that beat Newcastle, particularly West Ham and Brentford. Yeah, we haven't got a good record. Well, certainly before Eddie Howe came, we had an atrocious record in the capital. I think at one stage we went 17 games in London without a win, not so long ago. Question from Choppy. Gary, when your profile names getting sorted out, it's not the end of the world if you don't. Oh, that's a reprimand for you, Warren, for castigating Gary for not knowing your new. I don't know what's happened with them. Can anybody explain that to me? Why YouTube have suddenly gone all, bloody make it whatever you want. anyways, how we're doing? It's 49, 10 minutes to kick off. Keep it coming. The atmosphere will be building. They're on the pitch now. No, they're just about to leave the pitch now. Haven't done that bit training. Oakie's saying, I can't swim, Warren, but at least I would die happy. I must have missed something leading up to that. Oh, fell in the Brunel vat. All right, so that was Warren saying, I think Borky's fell in the Brunel vat, the Muppet. And Borky's saying, I can't swim, but at least I would die. So you would drown in the brown ale, but at least I would die happy. You would indeed. Let's hope I don't need the rescue dog today. I'm not gonna go and get the brown until we're in trouble, or until we've got something to really celebrate. So let's hope the rescue dog stays in the fridge for now. I guess it's to stop offensive names people could have. Well, there's still a few of them get through. We've been caught a few times reading the names out. A la Bart Simpson. Joe and Botman can't see West Ham scoring. No, I think that's a great defence, Kraft, Joe, Botman, Byrne, solid as a rock. I would maybe have liked to have seen Ramsdale keep his place as well. But again, that's you could argue that Pope so far this season, certainly in the Premier League, has done nothing wrong at all. He's made some really important saves. So I think we pretty much know that Eddie's number one. But he's, as Eddie said in the presser on Friday, what was his exact quote? Let me just see if I can look it up. This was Eddie's own words in the press conference on Friday. One bad game can cost you your place. And that's the way it should be. One bad game should cost you your place. Warren saying, I appreciate that, Borky. Nobody happier than me, buddy. Is that because he would be drowning, or what? Or because he would die happy in the brown ale? Bowen versus Burn. Bowen v Burn. Somerville v Kraft could be an issue. I think Somerville's flattered to deceive, because I rated him at Leeds. I thought he did really well. But you see, that's in the Championship. And players can look like world beaters in the championship, and when they come up onto the big stage, they don't look so hot. Pope second to Raya for clean sheets in the Prem. Have to give him his credit. Absolutely, you do. Yeah. Listen, I've got no massive. I just think, as Ramsdale proved on Wednesday, by the way, that was a fantastic save after having had nothing to do for a long, long time. He pulled that save out, which could have changed the game. You know, it could have given Spurs a second wind, if you like, if they managed to get a goal to really push them on for the last 15 or whatever. So great save, and I don't think there's any doubt at all about the fact that his distribution's better than Ramsdale's distribution is better than Pope. However, you can argue that Pope's Pope's assist for Barnes was as good as any that's been in the Prem this season. So, I mean, let's hope against hope that Pope's distribution, gets better. I don't know. Oh, hello. Well, apparently you're stuck with me at the minute because Gary's having proper technical problems as we saw. I don't know whether it's his internet or whatever, but there was certainly funny things going on in Birmingham, or you'd say it's not Birmingham, it's Coventry, really, near Rugby where he is. I said earlier, J7 job today is to get a yellow card and miss the Brentford game and not the Man City game. All of the players are needed for the Man City game. Well, that's one cockeyed way of looking at the situation, Harris. Warren again, thanks for your super chat, buddy. All things bright and beautiful, Win. Happy Sunday. All things bright and beautiful. All creatures great and small. How are the lads? I don't think I've ever heard that sung in a church before. Anyway, yeah, indeed, it's a lovely sunny day up here. I don't know what it's like at there's long shadows at the London Stadium. So we'll get on to them. Josh is saying, Josh do 24-30. So have you got another name, Josh? Because I don't recognise that game at all, and you're celebrating 18 months of membership. So thank you for that, by the way. And do we know you by a different name? And how are the lads? Back at half time, yeah, good man. Bit of a breeze, but we're sunny where Connor is. Okay, so as I said, Newcastle line up with Pope, Kraft, Chow, Botman, and Byrne across the back. Bruno, the big three in the middle, Bruno, Tonali, and J7. And up front, he's gone with Jacob Murphy on the right wing, Gordon on the left wing, and Big Nick in the middle. And that's facing the West Ham side, who line up with Areola, and then a back four of one. It's on paper, it's not a bad back four at all. Wan-Bissaka, Tadibo, and Juve at right back. They've gone 4-2-3-1 with Potts and Paqueta as the double pivot. The next three of Bowen, Matheus Fernandes, and Somerville, with the one and only Callum Wilson up front. What odds him doing something to haunt us, eh? It's something that happens regularly to Newcastle, isn't it? When ex-players play us, they have this nasty habit of scoring goals. The teams are in the tunnel, I see. So, any insights here? Let's have a quick look. Newcastle are marginal favourites, which is for Newcastle to be playing away in the capital and still be marginal bookies' favourites. That's a rarity in itself. So it augurs well, if you like. Let's just get that refreshed. There we go. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, on paper they've got a canny team. It has no oil though. Well, it's got no ink because we didn't play on paper. We play on grass, as has been said many, many times. Why have I got a bad feeling? I don't know. It's Gavin, I'll tell you straight. The reason you've got a bad feeling is because we are Newcastle United, and we always expect the worst. Because every time we expect the best, we get disappointed. It just happens time and time and time again. And so to immunize ourselves from that, we expect the worst, and then we're not disappointed. That's why I do it. He's got a lovely voice. He would have been nice in Lindisfarne, you know. How's that? Saying what? Where's Gary gone? He's having technical difficulties. So you might be stuck with me doing the commentary, and if that's the case, good luck with that. Irish, that's what. What have I missed out there? Let's have a look. Yeah, we've not. Well, yeah. Let's. That's a very good point, because I've been saying for a while now, somebody soon is going to get a tanning off us, and Irish is saying there we haven't spanked a team for ages, and there's a one coming round the corner. Whether it'll happen in London, I don't know, because they tend to happen at home more than away. But I think this team we've got is starting to come to the boil. I think they're getting used to Baltimore's style of play and to benefit from it. And he has hoping. The lads is all on the pitch now. Alan Wilson giving his old mates a dirty look. So settle down, folks. We're about to hit the road. You know what? I've got Gary in the background there, but no, he's still having issues.
Yeah, I think my cat has completely knackered my system. Walking across my keyboard earlier on, and I've tried to do a hard reset, and all of a sudden it's just not happening. So it is a problem that I'm going to have to be and deal with at a later date. But I want to continue with the match today. So here we go. Well done, Win, now, for giving us that. The bubbles are on the field, as always. And if we can, ladies and gents, please try not to spoil, if we can, in the chat, because you're probably going to be a little bit in front of us. So try your best not to cause too much of a problem. See if I can get a little bit of something going on later on. I don't know what the hell's going on with my camera, but it just will not zoom. I've tried all sorts. I mean, Chris has just said about OBS take OBS off. I've tried, even with nothing on, and it's still the same. It is definitely my camera that's the problem. So, oh crikey, that picture is absolutely awful. So I am going to go back to my tried and trusted. If we can get that picture any better, that'll be fantastic, Chris.
And
we're off.
Yeah. Looks okay from where I am. Is that any better?
Seriously? Well, yeah. It's awful. It's absolutely awful, mate. I can't even see. Apart from seeing a green and purple shirt, that's as good as I can see. It's shocking. But I am in front of you on my screen, so what I say is going to be a little bit different. Ball forward from Wan-Bissaka, picked up by Botman, given short to Dan Burn. Dan Burn again clears, but it's only gone to Potts in midfield, who, again, Newcastle trying to get the ball forward really quickly. The ball's come back to Kraft, just inside his own half, and he plays it simple back to Malik Chow. Malik Chow now, simple, just giving it to Botman, who's got a bit of grass to run into now, just inside his own half. Again, as Win always says about Botman, plays it square, never forward. There we go. There's a forward pass up to Dan Burn, further downfield. Great ball down the line to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon comes back onto his strong foot, dinks it back towards the penalty box, but it's headed clear by West Ham United. Again, Tonali just trying to keep it back into the ground and into the danger zone, but again, it's just all the way back to Botman, who goes short again, square to Malik Chow. Malik Chow gives it to Kraft into the halfway line now. Up the line to Murphy. Bruno Murphy into the feet of Voltamada. It's come back, luckily, to Murphy, who fires it in towards J7. Anthony Gordon now on the corner of the penalty box. J7 goes on the outside. He comes inside, but again, Anthony Gordon, which is what he always does, just runs into traffic rather than give the simple ball down the line to J7. West Ham now clear the lines.
Who made a good run there, by the way.
Yeah, he had. Made a cracking run. And Botman's been penalised for a foul. I can't utilise this screen at all, guys. So, like I say, when it's a close up, it's the only chance I've got of seeing who's actually on the park. So I am, like I say, I'm just going to go with mine, and then whatever happens from there happens. I'm going to see if I can freeze mine, so I'm at least in line with yours. When the ball goes out of play. Looks like there's a foul there, so I'm going to stop. What minute are you on? I'm only 20 seconds or so. So I'm just going to stop there, and then we're going to see where we are once I've caught up with you guys. So bear with us a second, guys, just so I can work the same system as what Chris has got. So Botman now, across to Malik Chow. Malik Chow gives the ball back to Botman on just inside his own half. Again, Botman being closed down by Bowen. Fed into Tonali, out to Dan Burn. Dan Burn now just inside the West Ham half. Out to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon. Burn decides to carry on down the line. Anthony Gordon goes inside. Again, it's a blind pass from Anthony Gordon. Going into traffic again, and he's just side-footed it straight back to West Ham. Diouf now. Into Potts. And then nice little play down the line there for Somerville. Somerville now being checked back by Kraft. Played inside. Bowen has a shot. Oh, it's off the post. Ooh, to get her a jail card there. We know what good Bowen is in them situations. So, again, closed down quickly by Kilman. Anthony Gordon on the half turn. Gives the ball up to J7. J7 on this centre circle now to Bruno. Bruno sees Murphy got a bit of space on the right-hand side. Murphy coming inside. Again, back outside. Murphy has a shot this time. Oh, what a goal from Murphy. Get in. What a goal. I mean, unlucky for West Ham on the other end. Bowen across the penalty area. Fires a shot back across the goal to Pope. Off the post. But Newcastle then, because of the momentum of West Ham, got space in behind. And what they do then is a really quick out, centre of the park. And Bruno goes quickly out to the right-hand side. Murphy onto his good foot, right-hand side, and he just literally whips the ball past Areola into the far corner. 1-0 Newcastle. Come on! In the 5th minute. Superb. Great strike again across Areola from Murphy. Goes to come inside. Diouf doesn't know which way to go. And he fires it right into the corner. Great finish from Murphy, who's full of confidence at the minute. What do you think, dude?
Saying, did you hear my strangled scream?
Are you in front of me?
Yeah.
See, that was me. I'm trying to get it in the same timeline as Chris, and now I'm behind.
Is that no good? Is Chris's feed still no good for you?
It's a little better, but it's not brilliant. Like I say, I can't see. I mean, even when it's a close up, I can see who it is there. But like I say, I'm now behind you guys, which is bloody typical, isn't it? Right, so I am virtually on the same wavelength as you guys now, so I will keep it at that. But what do you think, guys, in the chat? Great finish.
Great. And get shooting from the edge of the box.
Edge of the box, absolutely. It's only what we've been questioning, isn't it? Right then, Wan-Bissaka now for Spurs. Like I say, deep into the Newcastle half. He looks to go long, but then goes short to Bowen. But again, it's a poor pass back from Bowen. Picked off by J7. Again, the spoiler. But again, it's just clearing the lines for Newcastle. And it's just allowing them back into formation. Lots of screaming there to try and get some movement going on. Diouf now down that left-hand side. Again, lots of room to run into. Newcastle just trying to get back into shape. Paqueta now, just on the halfway line to Potts. Paqueta to Debo. Again, back into, I don't know if it's Potts or Fernandez, it's one of the two, because the two young uns look very similar for West Ham. Again, good tracking there by J7. Kilman has to go back to Tadibo. Tadibo goes long this time over the top, looking for Bowen, but Dan Burns, just a simple ball all the way out for a goal kick to Newcastle. What's your thoughts then, mate, in the first 7 minutes? Happy with what we've seen?
Well, very happy. If I'm disappointed with anybody, it's and I mean, we've been playing 5 minutes, let's not forget. But,
yeah, exactly.
3 occasions now. Gordon's had the ball on the left-hand side. One time he just played a really bad 5-yard ball, and the other twice he's run into traffic when he's had, on one occasion, J7 overlapping for him, who was a simple ball too, and on the second occasion, Big Dan went past him.
Yeah.
And it was an easy ball to either of them, and he chose to come inside and hashed it up, so he's not looking good today at the minute. But let's hope plenty of time looking good.
Well, like I said, we've said this so many times. There you go. J7 just losing out slightly there. But again, great tussling work from Botman. West Ham now distribute the ball out to that left-hand side with Diouf now. Comes inside to Paqueta, back out to Diouf. Again, hugging that touchline, the full-back, giving them that extra body. Back into Paqueta. Pots into Kilman now. Kilman just driving forward. He's hounded down by Voltemada. Back to Paqueta. A bit more central. Potts and Fernandez just again holding that line. Paqueta dropping deep to create that extra man. Kilman fires it in quickly to Fernandez. Fernandez now with a little bit of a chance to get the ball into the box. He decides to go outside to Bowen. A little bit of a driven chance here, potentially. Yeah, it's driven in. Good save, I suppose. Kept the area of his goal. And again, it's cleared. Callum Wilson there, forward in the near post. Oh, that's better, Chris. Thank you so much. Again, Callum Wilson trying to beat Popey at his near post, but Popey was having none of that. Just beats it away with his hands. Bruno now on the half turn. Gives it back into Cho. Cho finds Tonali. Just a nice rotation there between Tonali and Bruno. And now out to J7. J7 into Gordon. J7 carries his run on the outside. J7 now. Now Anthony Gordon decides to keep it. Gives it back to Tonali. Nice and simple. Players overlap on the right-hand side. Fired into Murphy. Murphy just, again, trying to get Diouf and Somerville involved here. But again, it's nice rotation from Newcastle. Up to Kraft now, Tonali. Tonali fires it left-hand side, looking for Anthony Gordon. But that's easy for Wan-Bissaka. Just back to Botman. Gets it into Gordon's feet early. Back to Botman. Again, just forcing West Ham a little bit of movement here. Nice triangles. Gordon loses out this time to Wan-Bissaka. So Bowen now down this right-hand side. Fires with Wan-Bissaka. But back inside to Bowen. Bowen. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Yep.
Wow.
I mean, again, losing that ball on bloody halfway line when there was no need. Just play simple. Malik Chow there with... just going to have a look, see if he got anything on the ball here. Yeah, he did. No, he did. He got his studs to this. This could be overturned.
Oh, yeah.
Just got his studs to it.
He did, that angle there, definitely.
Yeah. And I mean, like I say, because he's got the ball and Bowen then goes down, I can see this being asked to have a look, for the referee to have a look, because like I say, he wasn't in control of the ball.
He does.
Great tackle, that, to be fair. So let's have a look, see what the referee says. He's just picked the ball up there, so nobody's in control of it.
He gets the ball, definitely.
I think PDK says in the chat there, he got the ball there. Somebody did anyway, so well spotted, boys.
He's definitely there.
Yeah. Well spotted, whoever said that in the chat, because like I say, at first I thought it was a definite penalty. And then when I had a look at it, it was definitely studs on the ball.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Brilliant tackle.
Yeah, fabulous tackle. So this could definitely be overturned. So let's see what the referee decides to do here.
And that's before any contact. There's no contact there with Bowen at all. Bowen has already fallen over.
Yeah, there's definitely studs on the ball, isn't there?
Definitely.
So this is going to be one of them interesting ones. So the referee is now been sent to the monitor to see what comes of it. So let's see where we are.
There's no contact there at all. Chow gets the ball and Bowen runs into him.
Yeah, and like I say, it was difficult on the first camera angle, and I could understand why.
Yeah, you can understand why he gave the penalty. You can see the referee in the background. Then what he's able to see.
Yeah,
but that proves categorically he gets the ball before there's any contact with
the player.
With the player.
Just there.
Yeah.
And he kicks the ball away with his studs. And then it's the momentum of Bowen goes over his knee, doesn't he? Yeah, that should be no penalty if you're following the laws of the game. So again, well spotted, whoever said that yeah, there you go. He just
touched the ball.
So he's saying that. So we can't hear what the referee's saying. Yeah.
Number 12 touched the ball before there was any contact.
No penalty. So it should be a corner. It's got to be a corner.
Yeah, it's got to be a corner because he definitely touched the ball.
What's he given? What's he given then? I don't know what the issue is.
Oh, did it touch Bowen? Did it touch Bowen there next door?
No.
When Bowen was in the process of rolling over.
It's got to be a corner. Let's have a look. Just having a quick look again.
Right. So the last touch there is Chow. Then he goes there. Now look when Bowen rolls over there.
I didn't see any movement of that ball whatsoever. To be fair, mate, it just looked to me as though it had gone straight out from the challenge from Malik Chow. So he's given a goal kick, and I'll tell you something now. That's a double whammy for me when it comes to that. I'm not going to complain. Anyway, back with Pope. So no penalty. It still remains Newcastle 1-0 to the good at the London Stadium. So there you go. Crafty now down to Voltamada on the halfway line. Nice. Try to give it round the corner, Murphy, for Bruno's run. Again, it's been given back to Oh, there you go. A bit of table tennis. Now it's back with Somerville. Fernandez looking for some movement. Good movement from Wan-Bissaka. Now Callum Wilson down the line, but that's straight into the hands of Pope, who looks to go quickly towards Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon now. Great throw from Pope again. Anthony Gordon running down this left-hand side. He's closed down by two players, Fernandez and Wan-Bissaka. Managed to get enough on him to get the ball back. Fernandez now back to Kilman. Kilman looking to go to the left-hand side, and it's given straight to Kraft. Crafty tries to head it into the path of Murphy. Murphy stayed a little bit narrow at that time, so it's out for a goal kick. Unlucky. But again, it's enough pressure on West Ham to get the ball back high up the field. So that's what we want to see. There's going to be lots of Newcastle fans in the home end, I would have thought, according to our chat anyway.
Yeah, well, the West Ham fans, you can see quite a few empty seats, and the West Ham fans are boycotting the course.
Yeah.
Andy, no, man, who was it?
Todibo. Yeah, up to Paqueta. Again, just being crowded out, but the referee has said that's a little bit too much on the back of Paqueta from J7. It's a free kick to West Ham. Paqueta now. Kilman. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Inside to Potts, who goes long into the Callum Wilson's feet. But again, there's a offside decision given there. So, nothing falling in Callum Wilson at the minute.
We've got Viva Vendetta here saying Gordon is West Ham's best player. Shambolic 10 minutes so far.
Yeah, he's just gone to try and run into traffic all the time, hasn't he?
Poor today so far.
Yeah. Challenge from Somerville on Crafty to throw into Newcastle. Down the line to Malik Chow. But again, the quick turnovers, that's where we've got to be careful. That's terrible from Dan Byrne there. Kicks it straight out of play towards Anthony Gordon. That's a throw in just inside Newcastle half for West Ham. Bit of poor play from both sides, to be fair, on that one. We've got to get our shape back. In the 18th minute, 0-1 to Newcastle. Diouf tries to get Callum Wilson early, but again, Tonali now picks the ball up again just inside Newcastle off, gives it J7 back to Tonali, who feeds into Anthony Gordon out on this left-hand side. Faced up against Wan-Bissaka. Again, just delays the pass forward. Just trying to take the time now. Be patient, as Gary the Hat will say.
Oh, lovely.
Fed into Voltemada again. Bruno, Voltemada. Out
lovely.
to it's a chance.
Oh, lovely.
Murphy again.
Voltemada.
Yeah, I'll tell you
One
something now.
touch.
We've got two Messis on the side.
Two touches. Look at that, man.
Yeah, we've got... I'll tell you something now. We've got Murphinho and we've got Walter Messi.
Talk about Peter Beardsley-esque.
Corner to Newcastle. So, according to the figures, most this season, 9 goals conceded by West Ham from corners. Yeah. So, let's see how we go now. Ball into the box. Competed. And it's come all the way through to Anthony Gordon now. Anthony Gordon decides to feed it back in, but it's cleared by Paqueta. Murphy with a drive from distance, but again cleared by West Ham.
On target on the volley, though.
Yeah, Gordon heads towards big bottom and the melee of players there. Again, I think the referee was going to blow for that one, but he hasn't. He's allowed to play to go out. It's Somerville now. Bad control from Somerville. And it's out of play for a Newcastle throw-in. Just on the halfway line. Oh, big DB's out. What's going on here?
Oh, it's all going to get a bigger entrance than we had anticipated.
See something now, he's hobbling a bit there, big DB.
You don't see him hobble like that very often.
I'll tell you something now, there was a bit of a clatter in the back from Fernandez there. He's hobbling, but he seems okay. Back in position anyway. Areola. Long. Again, tried to get Bowen, but big Dan Burn gets that one, no problem. Up to Voltemada. Voldemort.
And still gets his foot to it.
Yeah, Voldemort gives it to Tonali. Tonali with the headed ball up to Bruno. Fired down the line now to Kraft. Kraft now picks the ball up on that right-hand side in line with the penalty area. Again, just delays, just keeps the ball. Good play from Newcastle, being patient when they get in and behind, and there's nobody to aim for. Retain possession. That's what it's all about. Bruno. Tonali now out to Kraft. Kraft got a chance to put it into the box. It's full. I thought that was going to fall kindly to Murphy then on the edge of the box. But again, it's just cleared. Botman and Bowen. It's a good name of a solicitor. Oh, what are you doing there, Botto?
Got no idea.
Tries to heel it back towards Byrne, but he just puts it out a bit further down the line for a throw.
And nearly give it back to Byrne.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to be too clever. Fernandez, Kilman. West Ham just playing. Oh, don't show too much of that one to the green shirts. Here we go. Bruno. Oh, come on, referee. Play the advantage. I mean, yes, there was a foul. I mean, Potts' follow-through on Tonali was poor on the halfway line. Bruno, man, I can see now. I mean, it's a shame because he didn't anticipate Bruno was going to win that ball. So he's blue because there was no advantage there. Then all of a sudden, the ball wiggles free, and there's an overload massively there with Murphy.
Bruno
clear.
wins it, you know.
That's what I said, yeah.
Wins it well.
Does really well in the midfield there.
But he wasn't favourite to win it.
Yeah, the follow-through from Potts takes Tonali out. Then the ball ricochets back. Potts is up on his feet. Bruno and Potts come together, and like I say, does well to get it out. Oh, he's a hard-looking man there, isn't he? Who's that guy?
Well done.
You wouldn't like to meet him in a dark alley, would you? Chow, down that right-hand side, feeds it into Kraft. Kraft now picks the ball up. Murphy tries to find Bruno. Bruno now on the edge of the box on the angle. Again, fired in, and Todibo gets a block on it. Makes him breathe easier, apparently, them strips. Just a bloody target for me, if I'm honest. Hey! Another corner to Newcastle. Let's see what we can do now off this one. Tonali looking to fire the ball in. It's in towards the 6-yard box, but headed cleared again by West Ham. And it's out for a throw-in for Newcastle, deep inside the West Ham half. Again, panic, Mr. Manring by West Ham. Kraft now with a throw-in. Into Bruno. Bruno now back to Kraft. Down the line to Merfinho. Bruno. Kraft. Again, just... Oh. Left his foot in there a little bit crafty in a tight situation. Paqueta saw the opportunity to go down, and he did. Thoughts, sir?
Well, obviously happy we're 1-up. We're having the lion's share of play. Disappointed with Gordon so far, obviously, and that's the one kind of thing that stood out for me because we've had lots of opportunity. Oh, and there's even Pope
in with a header.
With a header out of his box. Anything Ramsdale can do, I can do better now this time, Anthony. Go on, well done. You did well there.
Yeah. So allowed the play to go on the ref on this one. Yeah, I mean, like I say, we are having the lion's share of play. When you look at stuff in and around the box, it looks very equal. That's something
you don't see very often. Tonali getting dispossessed.
Yeah. Fired into the D with Callum Wilson. Out to Paqueta on this right-hand side.
Well,
a bit of room. Paqueta tries to drive it the back stick. Oh, it's clicked up in the air and it's off the bar.
Callum did really well there.
He did. He did absolutely superb because it was tight and it was a lovely angled ball out to Paqueta, who I don't know whether he was offside or whether Malik Chow just playing him on there. Yeah. Onto the byline, and again it's J7. He comes off his thigh, up in the air, looped up in the air, and there you go. Referee puts his flag up for an offside. You say he looked offside. Very close though, to be fair. Popey gives it to Malik Chow, right side of the box. Plays it up to Crafty down the line into Voltamada, who gives it quickly to Bruno. Bruno now gets closed down. He's lost the ball. Callum Wilson slips, gives it to Paqueta. Paqueta on the edge of the box, trying to get it onto his strong foot. Fires it back to Potts. Fernandez down the line to Wan-Bissaka on this right-hand side. Wan-Bissaka clips it to the back stick. It's headed clear this time by Malik Chow.
Joe, well done.
All the way to, Somerville. Somerville now on the edge of the box. Into Paqueta, fires it to Tonali, who clears it with his knee.
Oh!
A little bit of trickery, Bowen in the box, but Botman's having none of that.
Stuff. Yeah, they're getting that. They're having that moment in the sun right now, West Ham.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. Lovely ball to the back stick, and Malik Chow does well to clear that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and it's off.
And then that little re-entry into the box with a little
with Paqueta.
Well, it was Bourne, I think, who did the fancy back heel through to Paqueta.
Anyway, it's corner to West Ham. Comes into the 6-yard box. Half punch clear there.
Well, he missed it, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like a glancing blow, if I'm honest with you. And there you go. Just feed the ball back into the West Ham half, hoping that we could get something a little bit more energetic from Anthony Gordon, but again, a bit lackluster on his attempt to win that one. Areola goes long this time to Callum Wilson. It's fallen well to Diouf on this right-hand side this time, Diouf. Wan-Bissaka and Diouf just swapping places. It falls back to Kilman. Into Potts. Potts now back to Kilman. Again, lots of movement from Voltamada up in that line, but again, he's not really supported by any other green shirt, so just relax, son. Don't burn your energy doing nothing. Just get your shape. Newcastle into that usual 4-5-1 formation. Everybody in a green shirt now on the usual 25 minutes plus having a breather. Voltamessi just trying to close down Kilman there, and it goes all the way back to Areola. Areola goes long. Again, trying to find Paqueta on the halfway line. Paqueta does well to bring it down on his chest. Closed down by Tonali. Back into Diouf. Fernandez now looking to work the magic in that midfield. Kilman down to Wan-Bissaka down this right-hand side. Bowen goes line. Fernandez inside. Potts now. So this relationship, the two young lads of West Ham is certainly showing. Ball into the box. It's punch clear only to Fernandez. Oh, sorry, into Somerville, who does an air swipe. It's just being crowded out all of the time here. Voltamessi on the halfway line now, West Ham. Kilman. Potts. Paqueta. Potts again. He's seen a lot of the ball, this young man. Looking lots of control. Somerville out to Diouf. Diouf in two minds what to do here, but decides to come back. Gives it to Somerville. Paqueta. Paqueta back to Potts. Potts now back to Paqueta. Far too many P's for my liking.
Give us a P, Bob.
Indeed. Diouf with a big punt across the field of play, and Anthony Gordon just glances the header out for a throw into West Ham. Deep on this right-hand side.
Have West Ham got a long throw merchant?
I don't know, if I'm honest, but they've gone short with Wan-Bissaka.
They would have thought
Bowen.
if they did have, they would have utilised it then.
Yeah, absolutely. Potts, Paqueta, fired into Somerville, who's come more inside this time.
That's
and it's
a free kick in a dangerous position.
Indeed, and a yellow card to Bruno. I didn't expect Bruno to have the first yellow card, I must admit, but it doesn't surprise me. A bit of a tap on the back of the heels, and then obviously a tug on the shirt as well to go with it. Yeah, I think Popey was lucky there with that punch when it fell to Somerville, because like I say, Somerville, his first touch wasn't good, and then obviously he took an air shot, and he had a clear 5 yards there if he'd have got that ball under control. I must be the only man to have hay fever in November.
Hay
Hey, fever!
That's the fun's disease, isn't it?
Hey.
Fever.
Yeah, Fawn's disease. Yeah, we've got guinea pigs, and that was high
Monday,
everywhere this morning.
Tuesday, happy beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Bruno on the kneel in the wall. Paqueta drives it in. Ooh, good save from Popey.
Yeah.
Down to that left-hand side because
Don't
it's
dive into his left where everybody says he's weak.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something now, it gets through a number of bodies as well, so he
Goes
must
through
have
a
seen
load of
much of that.
bodies.
Yeah.
I
glance the post?
I think it gets a little clip off Tonali's.
Yeah.
It was nearly a Walter Mortar Tonali goal.
Yeah, he did well there, Popey. I must admit, that was a
Did
really
very
good
well.
save. Young Potts here with this outswinger. Ball goes long. It's over everybody. It's come out to Somerville. Closed down by Tonali. Tonali on Somerville onto his good foot. If that was his good foot, stay on your weak foot. I don't know what's... it's gone out for another corner, I think, now.
Hey, we've got some disgruntled punters in the WhatsApp group.
Well, to be fair, we've got off the boil again. It's that 25-minute mark, isn't it? You know, we've lost the picture a little bit, guys. So bear with us a second or two. Waiting for this corner kick to come back in. Ball comes in. Oh, we've gone back to where we were before. Okay, I'll wait for that one to... Potts brings the ball in again. We've just had a header that's just been, again, just clipped over the bar by Popey. It was a good header on goal, to be fair, but it was straight at the keeper. I don't know what's happening with your screen, but it's going backward rather than forwards. Again, a second corner. Oh, there's the header in.
Whoa!
Yeah, just over the bar from Kilman. And I am virtually a minute in front of you now.
Right,
I don't know why that one's gone backwards.
2.5 on my Sky Sports.
What behind?
30s. No, my Sky Sports on my telly is in front.
Yeah, that's what I said. So we are behind on the screen here. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've keep stopping and starting my Sky Sports and pausing it, just so I'm up to date with what's going on this screen. So, but I can see 3 shots in the last 10 minutes. Look, nothing for Newcastle. On target, touches in box 4, 71% possession to 29. That's what I said. We are, when we get to the 25-minute mark, we seem to just drop. The pace just seems to drop off massively. We are going to be a little bit behind because, like I say, the feed has gone off. And when it's come back on again, we are a little bit further behind than we were
33 minutes now, just turned.
Yeah. So I'm just going to delay my Sky Sports just so we've got everybody in tow. So, again, everybody in the chat, apologies for this. But, again, please don't spoil it because, like I say, we're probably about 2 minutes behind what we've seen on the telly live. So there you go, 23, roughly about the same with my TV now. So again, long ball punted forward to Callum Wilson to run onto. But again, it's gone straight out of play. Easy for Popey to see. Goal kick to Newcastle. Another good result by Crystal Palace, mind, weekend.
Yeah. They're doing really well.
Yeah. Ball played up towards Voltemada from Kraft, but again crowded out to Voltemada and being really closely marked by Tatibo. Doing a good job on him today. Areola goes long. Looking for Callum Wilson again. It's tussled. But again, the referee saying it's a 50-50 tussle, so he's going to let it go. Tonali, Dan Byrne. Byrne back to Botman. Chow to the right of him if he wants him, or he goes back to Pope. Chow now back into his own box. Tries to go up the field of play towards Murphy, but again, not a great ball from Murphy. Straight back to West Ham. Diouf down the line for Somerville, has he got the beating of Kraft. He retains the ball, but Kraft gets into position. It's clipped into the box. That again punched
by Pa. I thought he could have taken that.
He could have took that one, yeah. Paqueta with a shot, and it's a goal.
And it's a goal.
Wow.
And that's been coming, by the way. And that was a poor punch by...
I mean, there was no need, was there? It seems as though he was not under pressure whatsoever.
He could have just collected that.
Down that right-hand side this time, again, just inside the near post.
Yeah. And funnily enough, I was just on the verge of saying this is when you're watching this is when I think Eddie should have seen this. This has been building up now for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, but you see how deep we actually. Oh dear. I'm just looking to see if there's a deflection on it, because it seems crazy. No, no deflection at all. He just gets beat on that near post, doesn't he?
Poor, and 2 counts there. The initial punch and the not saving that.
That's crazy. Absolutely, really, really poor from Newcastle. I mean, again, too deep into the box. Should have. I mean, like I say, J7. He's under the ball, but there was no call from Popey there. So, 1-1, which is crazy. We are. I don't know where we are now, because it seems as though
37-22. We're only 10 seconds behind now. We're 10 seconds behind Sky.
So I'm going to...
Oh, lordy.
Here we go, with Kraft. Oh, it's a
Come on.
From Crafty there. But it's just been kicked out of play from West Ham. Kraft down the line. Looking for some... I mean, Murphy's looking for some help there, but he's not going to get much from the referee. Back into Kraft. Kraft fires it towards Tonali, but again, it's easy for West Ham. And again, there's a bit of a challenge from Dan Burn there, and the referee has spotted it. It's just too easy. Like I say, we've just got no movement from that midfield, and that's the problem. Tonali now is trying to go far up the line. We're just too static. Balls come all the way through to Pope. Thrown out to Dan Burn. Dan Burn's got a bit of grass to run into. Fires it into J7, but he lets it run to Tonali. Tonali now out to Murphy. Murphy on this right hand side fires it in. Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon with a shot. Oh! How was that missed?
Anthony Gordon does something.
Oh, how was that missed? I thought that was going to nestle into that bottom corner then. Great save from Areola, to be fair.
Great save.
Yeah, it just bounced before his hand got down to it as well. So. Yeah. Great save. On target, though, you can't really ask for more.
On target.
Tonali with a corner, looking for an in-swinger. Again, let's try and build some momentum. Ball into the box towards that back stick. It's headed easily again by Kilman. Out. Paqueta now. Again on the turn. Feeds it into Diouf. Goes long, clearing his lines. Looking for Wilson, who backs into Crafty. Crafty's just able to header it back, but he's only fallen to Paqueta. Paqueta now driving the ball forward. Again, it's Malik Chow who clears the line. Lots of good running from West Ham, even behind our lines there.
Yeah, they're getting a bit of confidence, you see.
Yeah. But you've got to have ball players as well. Somebody who, again, Paqueta's got this free role at West Ham. And he just plays, and all you're looking for is runners. Tonali there, just looping the ball over to Dan Burn. Dan Burn feeds Anthony Gordon, who's come inside this time, just inside the Newcastle half, feeds it back to Botman. Botman to Tonali. Tonali out to Chow. Again, just Newcastle, taking the time to put the ball forward. Chow, you've got movement to your left-hand side. Just give it to him. There you go. Tonali now. Burn back to Tonali. Again, just trying to draw the Callum Wilson onto him. Ball back, Botman into Bruno. Bruno's got Tonali on the outside of him. He's got him there. Tonali now with the ball. Again, it's all narrow for Newcastle. Voltamordo into Bruno. Bruno into Murphy. Murphy now looks up to has a shot. Ooh! Just over the bar from Murphinho. I was holding my drink there. If that had nestled in the net, I'd have been soaked.
That would have been all over.
Yeah, it would have been in the air. Goal kick to Areola. Long ball. Again, Dan Burn meets that one. Voltamorda just heads it onto the left-hand side, but Wan-Bissaka is able to get the challenge in, and it's out for a throw-in to Newcastle. Dan Burn comes to get this one. Don't know what Anthony Gordon was doing there when the ball could have been easily thrown to Dan Burn. Not the best showing I've seen of Gordon, if I'm honest with you.
No, it's been poor. I mean, they nearly redeemed himself.
Yeah. Botman now. Ball out to Dan Burn. Dan Burn looks up, fires the ball into J7. J7 first time into Gordon. He gives it to J7, back across the box, but again it's blocked and it's out for a corner for Newcastle. About time we've fed people that are running in and behind down the line, because it's something that we just don't do enough of in my eyes. I mean, that was probably the best opportunity to him to come onto his right foot there and have a shot because of how deep he is in the box. But he has fed the line just outside the 6-yard box. Gone short this time. Back to Tonali. Tonali dinks it in towards the back stick. Areola decides to punch and he gets a good contact with the ball, but that's picked up by Diouf, who's got bits of grass to run into. Diouf now down that left-hand side, fires it in towards Bowen, but Palpi sees the danger and clears. It's all the way back to Todibo for West Ham. Again, nothing really Palpi could do there, but just clear the line. So back with Paqueta, who's deep in his own half here. Fernandez back with Paqueta on the halfway line. Again, it's Paqueta who's orchestrating the West Ham side at the minute. Potts, Fernandez. Again, all of the West Ham fans have been asking for these two young'uns to be played more often. And you can see why, to be fair, because they are certainly making West Ham tick. Whoa, Wan-Bissaka. It is the pantomime season, and you've just seen the horse. Palpi now, back to Chow. Out to Kraft. Bruno now. Gives it square to Botman. Again, just closing down the space. Bruno and Wilson having a bit of a chat there in the middle of the park while the game's going on. Tonali with a nice little dink out to Kraft on that right-hand side. Kraft now fires the ball into Murphy, who again gets challenged straight away by Todibo. Crafty with a throw-in. So, I said they've gone man-to-man on Voltamorda. With Todibo, who's really close with Voltamorda at the best of times. Crafty goes to feet along the line there to Bruno. Bruno tries to give it back into Kraft. Now J7. J7 goes backwards to Chow. Oh, it's Murphy. Murphy dinks it into the box. It's a poor ball. Doesn't beat the first man, but Botman's able to keep it going. Botman to Gordon. Back to Botman on this left-hand side.
Botman on the left wing.
Yeah, on the left wing. Throws the ball towards the back stick, towards J7, but it's too tall for everybody. And the ball's out of play for a throw-in. I think there was a handkerchief exchange there between Botman and Byrne, because Botman was a nosebleed because he was too high up the field of play, according to those that only want them to play in their positions. Chow now with the first time back towards Voltamada. Again, well done, Dan Byrne, for anticipating that one. He's won the ball back.
He's on the
Murphini.
right wing there.
Yeah, Murphini now on the right-hand side. Again, going down the line.
Well
does
done.
well, beats a player. Dinks it into the box, but again, it's cleared by Tadibo. Oh, Tonali's trying to do something
He just
clever
tries
there.
to get it back in the box.
Yeah, feed the horse, and the horse will eat. Botman
What a
feeds
ball.
the ball up to J7. J7 on the turn into the box. Onto his right foot. J7, I don't think it was going in.
It wasn't on target, but anyway, we've got a corner out of it because the keeper thought it was.
Ariola didn't know where these lines were there. Better movement from Newcastle this last 5 minutes, to be fair.
It's this
But
old
it's a-
stop-start routine that we seem to be developing, isn't it?
Definitely.
We'll go have a great spell and then suddenly we'd disappear.
Yeah, balls come in. Kilman clears there, but there's been a foul in the box and the referee has blown. So it's a free kick to West Ham.
Again, I'm disappointed. You know, that's another set piece that's
We've not put them in any trouble whatsoever at the minute.
no. This much wanted set piece coach. I'm starting to. I mean, it's early days. It is. It's early days. So.
The trouble is, you see, when the momentum's with you and your confidence is up.
Well, I think one thing is, Gary, we've only got, a couple of days between games.
Yeah.
So you haven't really got that length of time to probably do the stuff you want to do.
Oh, nice little play there down this line. It's fallen nicely to Anthony Gordon, who feeds it into Voltamada. Voltamada on the turn, looking for options. He gives it back to J7. J7 down the line to Tonali, who's on the left-hand side. Anthony Gordon now. Anthony Gordon just runs off him. Anthony Gordon on this touch line, but again, he's tripped by Kilman. And the referee has given a
throw into
I think it's a foul. I think he's saying that Anthony Gordon was pulling him back. 50-50 now on the match stats with possession.
Yes,
6-6 on shots. 4-4 on target. And we are just one in front with touches in the box. He touched me box. Very even. Botman with Byrne with a header back into the danger zone type of thing, but again cleared by West Ham. Botman again. Sorry, that wasn't Botman. Oh, who's that to? Murphy. Just forward on the hope that somebody was going to run there. Tadibo into Somerville. Somerville on the turn, being chased back by Bruno. Somerville still got the ball, closing on the Newcastle box. Comes back onto his right foot, feeds in Fernandez. Fernandez back to Somerville. Somerville with a shooting chance here. Ooh, Palpy gets down and gets his whole body behind it. Thanks, Jimmy Wright.
Gary, your commentary is first class, mate, which it always is. We very much appreciate it.
Thank you very much, sir. All of these lovely kind words. Doesn't never feel natural, though, to be fair.
Nicely.
Yeah, nice reverse pass there between Bruno and Tonali.
Oh.
And then Bruno wants to give it to...
Well, should Croft have been there, though? That's the thing.
Well,
again, I'm not too enamoured with Croft's performance today either, by the way.
But I think at the end of the day, that was I think a touch too far in front of him, if I'm honest with you. Ball nicely found to Bazaka down the right-hand side. Fed in, it's down goal.
Oh, fucking hell. Botman own goal.
I mean, I just can't. I can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. We are being overrun in the midfield. I mean, it is crazy. It's criminal how lax we've been over these last couple of, the last 15 minutes. It's absolutely criminal. I mean, I can't blame Botman. He's trying to cut out the cross. But again, it's the space that's been allowed. Palpy goes square. He doesn't expect that from Botman. Just totally wrong foot to everybody. But again, I'm
And
not.
again, BDB to blame to a degree because Wan-Bissaka was in acres of space then.
Yeah. But we are giving the ball away far too cheaply at times. That's what I said. You said who was to blame for there. And at the end of the day, it's a pass into no man's land because there's not a green shirt anywhere near it. So it's the player with the ball. It's about the percentages, like I keep saying. You keep playing the ball into what you expect.
But it actually goes back to the throw-in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all from Bruno.
That they got when Bruno expected Kraft to be coming up.
You can't expect or assume. You've got to play percentage.
Well done again.
Bruno now out to Murphy, who dinks it to the back stick, and again it's rushed clear, but again it's just Bowen who makes sure the ball goes dead for a
we've
throw
played
in.
the 5 minutes added.
Yeah, it's referees now. I think it's just blown.
It.
Yeah.
Half time.
Wow. Well, guys, Newcastle 1, Spursy 2.
West Ham even.
I'm glad you're still on board because I thought everybody had fallen asleep with that one. Really
mistake
poor.
by Botman. Way too weak.
Thanks, Chris.
Says Chris.
So even though he's out partying with his missus, he's still involved in the chat. Love it.
Oh my God! And listen, I'm gonna blame Eddie.
For what?
Because to me, you could see in the first certainly 15, 20 minutes that Gordon wasn't at the races. We've got plenty strength on the bench. You don't have to wait till 60, 70 minutes. He's not at the race. And it also then, it sends a message to the players. If you're not performing from minute one, your place is at risk.
Yeah.
And from looking in total control for the first 10, 15 minutes, and how many is this going to be? All of a sudden, we just disintegrate. And they were wave after wave. You could see it coming, and still Eddie did nothing. He had another 10 minutes to try and make some changes.
I did say, we talked right at the start about the midfield. You've got to start pushing players from that midfield into the half spaces in front of you. And unfortunately, we have been really poor, I believe, doing just that. And we see Anthony Gordon running into lots of traffic all the time down this left-hand side. And then you've seen the overlaps. Again, Anthony Gordon decides not to give the overlap. It's more inside. And again, where all the traffic is, rather than just giving a simple ball down the line for somebody to get the ball into the box. Dan Burns been available. Jay Seven's been available. But again, we've limited that push and pass down the side because we want to play inside the tram lines, which is the 18-yard line. And it's just been congested. And for me, hats off to young Potts and Fernandez in the middle of the park for West Ham and Paqueta, like I say, the orchestrating everything. But them two young lads are showing energy. They're showing dynamic movements, playing in those spaces, really working hard to close the space for Gilmares, for Joe Linton, for Tonali to have any time on the ball. And it's rushed. And again, when we go to that rushed with no control, they're trying to force something that just isn't there. Murphy at time, like I say, is giving the ball away too cheaply. Crafty's giving the ball away too cheaply. There's not enough intent for me down the right-hand side. I mean, Murphy's done well with his goal. He got us out of a pickle to a degree. Didn't look fantastic. But we look, and again, we talk about, are we in a situation now where too many games in midweek, we never recover well. We look sloppy. We look a little bit running through treacle at times. There you go. I'll let you go on this one.
Andy Bell saying our midfield has been as effective as candy floss picking a lock. Limp, no energy. And we've got a super chat in there from Warren saying we need to get tighter on Fernandez and Paqueta. Yes, indeed. We can see it. Why can they not see it? Why can he not see it?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you know, for me, there should have been a little change, and it's about gambling. We've been too static in them three. So when you get static like we have, you know, Tonali, Bruno, not really pushing into the half spaces enough, just go two, and just go and play another body, because what that'll do then is change their two sitting deep. Because Voltemado's on his own a lot of the time. Murphy's out on the right-hand side. Gordon's too far on the left-hand side. There's loads of time and space for Potts and Fernandez to dictate what's going on, because there's nobody playing in that half space. And again, if Voltemado wants to come deep, have something like J7. Just go and play as the 9 if you want, just to try and drag players out. But for me, at this present moment in time, far too static, far too stationary in the middle of the park. It's allowing West Ham to play all of the football around us. And again, we've looked really dodgy. Somerville's come inside as well to overload, and Paqueta's playing that free role. You've got loads of space down that left-hand side. Should never have, because you've got two players there. The same, I mean, Bowen's not been in the game at all. You know, if you think about it, apart from that shot that he struck across Pope that come off the post, which led to our goal, Bowen's been, you know, which is what I thought was their most dangerous player on the field, has had little. And it just proves what the midfield have done for them.
Gavin, super chat, thank you, saying they must be being told to drop off after scoring. I honestly don't believe that's the case, because after scoring, we scored in whatever it was, 6 minutes, and we were still, you know, we had a couple of chances. You know, for the first 15 minutes, we were absolutely on top. So we hadn't dropped after scoring. It was that noticeable 15 to 20 minutes that we always start well and then have that, for some reason, we drop back, and it's infuriating, I tell you. But I mean, I said before a ball was kicked, their threat will come from Wan-Bissaka and Bowen on the right. And that's why I believe J7 was a good pick to go in there and block and help Dan with that pace down the left. And J7, for the second goal there, J7 was nowhere to be seen. Dan Burn was still recovering. Just poor. Gordon again, you know, there was no covering from Gordon. And it wasn't as though the spell immediately before that incident, you know, that whole goal creating more, it wasn't as though we'd all been up the field attacking, because we hadn't. It actually started from a throw on the right-hand touchline to them. So there is no reason why we shouldn't have all been in proper, normal defensive structure, if you like, which would have meant Gordon back alongside J7 back on the left wing, maybe going towards the middle, because that was where the throw-in was taken, the opposite side. But there's no way that Wan-Bissaka should have been in the acres of space that he was in to receive that ball that built up to the goal.
No.
Warren's saying we need to move Walt further up. He's getting swamped. Well,
Yeah,
the odd time he's been given the ball, I remember him losing it once. But other than that, he's managed to hold on to it and control. Irish Assassin is saying, Bruno, Gordon, J7, wake up, man. And Pope, stop the highlight reel. If you can punch, you can catch. Drives me crazy when he does that. Well, that was the first goal. So the first goal was just everything bad about Pope that we know, in terms of his handling of crosses and his dive. Normally the criticism is diving to the left. On this occasion it was dive to the right.
He seemed to dive over the ball, because it
was weird.
Yeah, it hit his forearm. So he's literally dove over the ball, So like I say, he's just having a bad day at the office.
Sammy is saying that was as bad as we can play. Changes are needed. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam.
I'm trying to. Gary, you've been on that horse the whole time.
He's saying you're like in the final furlong. The fact we still churn out performances like this is deeply concerning. I absolutely agree with you, Al Kelsey, and I don't often do that.
But this was my point. When we were saying about the midfield, why aren't we flying? You've got
Connor is saying changes needed at half time. Time to see what Howe can do. No excuses today against second from bottom.
Well, this is the situation we find ourselves, isn't it? Many a time where we look at, what has gone wrong, and from a really positive performance in midweek, players coming in and different formation, 8 changes, flying. So these lads are fresh. There is no reasons why we're getting this half-hearted performance. My biggest concern, if I'm honest with you, is rotation sometimes, because you lose momentum. But everybody needs a break. And the problem is like I say, Kraft had a half-decent game in midweek. It's been nothing really spectacular. Bruno didn't play in midweek. And yet, to me, when you look at him and Paqueta, who would you rather have in your side at this present moment in time? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. There's a massive change in mentality. And is that the problem? Is he trying to be too clever? Is he trying to get one over his countrymen? And trying to outbeat him mentally. It doesn't work, And like I said, I don't know what the challenge is here. For me, J7's not really been in the game. And for anybody that was doing the J7 watch, try and give me something that I can work from. Because this left-hand side, and Dan Burn for the second goal, Botman own goal, was inside where J7 should be. So why was Wan-Bissaka allowed so much space? Where was Anthony Gordon? On that drag back. So look, there's far too many questions in that first half that need to be addressed. Will there be changes in this at the start of this second half? Well, that's going to be the interesting one.
Well, I just hope so.
Warren in with press.
Press. Get Langa and Asula on. Press, man. That would be an interesting change, wouldn't it?
Oof, yeah.
Something really ambitious, like Asula for J7 or something like that. The
trouble is, it's like I said, when we're looking at
Asula for Gordon, and if I was going to do something like that, and maybe Ramsey in for J7. But we've got to, this is D-Day now today. There's no excuse for getting beat off West Ham.
No. Like I say, the problem is, for me, we all know Voltemada likes to drop into that midfield. So why not?
Gary's making the ladies go crazy with the screen action. Eddie needs to fix this. If Tuno gets his first win against us, they are allowing this to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
I can't knock that because it is true. For me, try something different. Drop Bruno into the space, let him go and compete against the likes of Paqueta, and go and play Asula high against Todibo and Kilman. And that's exactly
I tell you what you all can do, because the match is not what we're all hoping for, obviously. But let's get a few likes anyway. Go on, help us out if not else. Hit the line. Say we're not even at 100 yet. Come on.
No. Crikey, we're nowhere near 100, mate.
No. You're not doing your duties, folks. Come on, hit the legs, please.
Let's see. We should be coming back on very, very soon now. And like I say, I know you guys are in front of us, where our feed's coming in from America. So bear with us.
Let's not forget they were very, very close to having a penalty as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, that was a tremendous tackle by Chow, as it turned out.
Yeah, because he's going with his wrong foot, isn't he? You know, well, his right foot type of thing, but when you're in the tackle, he's going with his wrong foot across. Wow, 3 changes. Asula, Ramsey, and Shah.
Shah? Oh, Shah for Botman.
So what they're obviously trying to do now, Newcastle, is get more balls forward, driven forward.
Oh, no,
Kraft is
Gordon.
off.
Surely not.
Gordon's off. What's he done here? And Kraft is off.
You're going to 5 at the back.
Wow. Yeah, Botman stayed on the field.
Yeah,
We have
Gordon.
definitely gone to 5 at the back. So Newcastle kicked off, and we've gone long searching for Big Dan Burn down this left-hand side. So I'm still trying to work out. Ramsey's on. J7's still on the field of play. And as soon as... Well, he's made changes, which is what we asked of him. But I didn't expect these ones.
Really interesting now.
No Harvey Barnes either coming on.
Yes.
So he's looking for Ramsey to be a little bit further forward. Ball back to Botman. Sharp with his touch, an early touch. So it's definitely Botman playing that anchor role with Shaw playing on the right hand side. Shaw on the turn now. Plays it all the way back to Popey. Popey into Botman. Looks like Malik Chow's come over to the right hand side.
Yeah,
Kraft's
gone off.
Yeah. Looks like Shaw's out on the right hand side. Still playing a 4.
So we've gone to 4-4-2 effectively with a
Effectively.
Sula.
Yeah.
Sula, right, how come on? Let's get this going.
With Ramsey and it's more Jacob Ramsey on the left hand side, I think. I mean, at the minute J7's out. Oh, what a ball that is! Crikey, J7 with that.
Oh,
again,
that's another bad ball.
Yeah.
Well
We've
done.
got a Malik Chow here, just get us out of jail.
Getting right and well and truly out of jail. Well done, Malik Chow again.
Just trying to.
And Walty's off.
Yeah, Walter Marder's off. Oh, that is a really strange one.
Well, if this comes off, the kid's a genius.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big
Murphy
if,
now
in
on the
my
inside.
opinion.
Oh, he's got no chance there, Murphy. Wilson now. Out to Bowen on that right-hand side. Bowen up against Byrne.
The nightmare
Byrne just takes
scenario.
him, oh, fired in. Yeah. And Somerville fires over the bar. No changes for West Ham. 3 for Newcastle. That is pretty crazy setup there with Ramsey out on the left-hand side. Why hasn't he put Harvey Barnes in there?
Oh, God. This team couldn't retain possession if their life depended upon it. Look where they are losing the ball. They are out of their minds. This is professional football, for God's sake. Have some pride.
Yeah. Chow on the halfway line at right back now. Fires it in to Bruno again. What type of ball is that, Bruno? Again, Diouf, it's so easy down this line. Luckily, Tonali sees the danger. Picks it up. Plenty of time to turn. Fires it back down to Chow on the halfway line. On right side.
Wing.
Yeah, Bruno now. Apologies, I'm still eating the sweet. It is so difficult now to try and pick out what's going on. Fired into the box. Again, it's half cleared, but this time Somerville just gets his foot straight through it. Botman with a header clear. It's Wan-Bissaka now. I think they've put J7 on the left-hand side, and it's Ramsey who's gone into the midfield to give us a little bit more movement. Wan-Bissaka now for West Ham. Potts didn't want it there. Wan-Bissaka goes long this time. Again, Malik Chow comes inside, and it's a good ball into the back towards the box, and nobody's effective on that one. Areola goes long. Again, looking for Callum Wilson, but again, not really beating anybody there. Shaw gets the better of him again. Botman. Tonali. Tonali up towards J7. Back to Tonali. Tonali goes square to Shaw. Shaw now just inside the West Ham half. Again, very narrow. Gives it to Bruno's feet, and it's straight out to Malik Chow. Malik Chow leaves it for Murphy. Murphy into Bruno. Bruno on the half turn, but again, they see that.
Oh, nicely.
No.
Oh, nearly came off.
Yeah, again, too good. Bit of trickery there. And they're saying, I thought it was a foul, but it's
nice. And he came
says
away with the ball.
Yeah.
Commit.
Ramsey into the feet of J7. J7 now out to Bruno. Bruno with a shot. Didn't go anywhere. And again, it's just pushed into the box.
Tonali tries to just push the ball forward into the danger area.
Mad Dog goes and retrieves the ball quickly for Newcastle. Throw in, halfway into the Newcastle half. Shaw now, looking for the diagonal ball. Long ball, but again, it's easily for Wan-Bissaka. It's fallen to Byrne. Byrne into Ramsey. Ramsey now back to Byrne. Just given back to Botman. Botman square. All the bodies now in the West Ham half. Chow. I'm not going to say anything. It's just so poor.
Poor.
Again, Chow just puts your ball down in the inside right position, and everybody's static. Nobody's making any diagonals or anything like that. It's just straight back to Areola. Diouf goes long, looking for Callum Wilson again, but again, we all know that Callum Wilson's not going to get them balls. Tonali now, on the turn, feeds it up to Bruno, back to Tonali. Again, movement, boys. Tonali back to Bruno. Bruno back to Tonali. 5-yard passes, not moving the ball forward at all. Out to Malik Chow. Malik Chow first time into Murphy. Murphy is just hoof the ball in the air, but that's so easy. Come on, referee won't start the count, matey, until he's got the ball in his hands without being challenged. Areola decides to go on the floor and again goes long. Looking for Callum Wilson again, but again.
Oh, dear me, man.
Throw in by Paquetá down the line to Somerville. Somerville is literally pushing Shaw back further into his box. Faced up by Fabian Shaw. He gets a slight deflection, takes the sting out of it. And Pope.
Seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly from Chow at the minute.
Yeah. Ball into Bruno. Deep inside his own half. Feeds the ball into Ramsey. Ramsey down the line towards Byrne. Byrne out to J7. J7 back into Ramsey. First time try and feed Dan Byrne. But again, it's got to be closer to Dan Byrne, to be fair. Right idea, just wrong execution. Referees allowed that to continue.
Yeah, no.
West Ham stood still there for a minute. Bruno, Murphy sees a chance here for Asula. Good run for Asula on the left-hand side of the penalty box. Asula, go on, get it driven in, son. Get it.
I think we may get a corner for that, though. Oh, well,
no, it's gone for a throw-in for them. Unreal.
Sula's saying how that had to come off him.
Kilman's down. Harvey Barnes is now warming up. I'm surprised Harvey Barnes didn't come on. Really surprised. We've got no balance whatsoever now.
Doesn't look that way.
Go soon rather than later though, bud.
Yeah.
Due for the throw-in. Paqueta again deep in his own half. Volleys that forward. Lots of tussling there between Callum Wilson and Shaw. Botman. J7 into the feet of Dan Burn, who's playing that inside left position. Dan Burn feeds the ball out to Ramsey on the left-hand wing. Ramsey now with a chance to have a run against Fernandez, and Fernandez wins. Throw into West Ham.
Well, it's
like I said,
time,
you know,
isn't it?
It is. It's lucky dog time. You know, they say about making your, look, making all their own look because of the way they're working really hard. Basaka looking to go down the line. He gives it into Potts. Potts again just trying to feed down the line, and that deflected off Tonali out for a goal kick to West Ham. Very frustrating for Newcastle at the minute. Nothing at all is coming off, but again, we don't look balanced as a side, as a unit. No, nothing. Oh, something's just gone awry in the household of Win. Areola decides to give the lads a wave. I'm going to go long. No risque business. %81 possession at the minute, Newcastle. Nothing to show of it. Burn. Back to Pope, who goes long. Pope firing it up towards Asula. Asula into Debo. Again, Bruno then decides to try and get in. Deflected. Oh, sorry, it was Murphy. Murphy in there with the deflection. Throw into Newcastle, halfway in their half. Chow feeds back into Shaw on the halfway line. Who goes square to Botman. Botman giving it back to Shaw. Everybody now in the West Ham half. Ball back into Chow. Again, no creativity really going forward.
No.
Little ball over the top there for
Asula
to run into. Good running there from Asula.
Oh,
his first touch is
miscontrols it.
Yeah. And it's out for a goal kick to West Ham.
West Ham. Cheers.
Cheers, matey. Oh, this is probably the worst one so far.
Yeah, after those first 15, 20 minutes, it has been downhill all the way.
Areola goes long. Again, looking for the head of Botman. And it's one in the air by Botman there. Again, Botman and Wilson having a bit of a scrap there. Referee allowing play to go. Burn into Tonali. Feeds the ball up to J7, who's got a bit of room to run into now. J7 powering forward, but again, touch out of his feet was really poor. And again,
did really well to get through the way he did, and then just that touched the tad too far.
Paqueta. To Debo. To Debo now, just again, just looking for movement. Paqueta now, just waiting for Tonali to get a touch on him, and he does. He goes to the floor, and it's a free kick to West Ham. Souček getting stripped by the looks of it for the Hammers.
Well, I think he's probably, Nuno's probably decided with the subs that we've
Well done,
made,
Ramsey. Yeah.
that he doesn't need to have so much, and he can afford to go further forward. Go on, son.
Good ball, Murphy. Go on, Asula. Don't think he knows what he's going to do. Ball fed back out to Dan Burn on the left-hand side. Dan Burn with a cross, deflected off Wan-Bissaka, and it's a corner.
Whoop, it's a corner. Whoop, and I can't sing we never score from a corner now because we actually scored from a corner. Oh, that's not Ramsey injured.
No, Ramsey. Don't grimace like that, lad. Don't grimace like that.
Oh, and it's his ankle as well.
Yeah. He's having a wobble.
Oh.
He did well there, to be fair. He come deep into the his own half to get that ball back. In swinger from Tonali. Ball's played in. Punch by Areola. Back again. Perfect punch, that one. If you're going to punch it away from the danger.
Ramsey limping there. If Ramsey had been on the ball there, he could have kept that in and we would have still had Tonali down the wing.
Callum Wilson coming off. And Souček's coming on. Ooh, Doofy's on the floor. He's holding his shoulder. So, that's an interesting one with Souček coming on. Because that could mean that I know Souček, so Bowen will go through the middle. Souček will operate down this right-hand side because he likes to move into there. So, I would imagine they'll have a little bit more to work with now, West Ham. Because he'll double up in midfield as well as just drift into that right-hand side. They're probably trying to
long throw,
compete a little bit more. Ball coming in, long throw. Again, it's headed clear of the near post. Yeah, just easy by West Ham. Tonali picks the ball up out to Murphy. Murphy goes back across the box and it's Botman who heads it in the air, then back to nobody. All our players just go to the back stick. Yeah. It's like, what the heck? Just crowding everybody out. It's just there's nothing there. It's so easy for West Ham to defend against us at the minute. Potts back to Kilman. Kilman back to Areola. Areola goes looking for, I think he's passing to the coach there because he wasn't passing to I think Nino says, put his hand up. He wants the ball. Chow with a throw-in. Back to Shaw. Bruno with the ball to his feet. Back to Shaw. Ramsey. Back again to Bruno.
And Ramsey seems to be moving okay anyway.
Yeah. Again, J7 just into the feet with Ramsey now. And just inside his own half. Again, he's looking a bit sprightly, look.
Yeah, there. So he looks like he's run that knock off anyway.
Bruno out to Chow. Chow just looking for options.
Oh, man, he went. Give him it, for God's sake.
Murphy gets tackled. But the referee is saying it wasn't a fair tackle. Somerville. Chow now with a bit of space. Have you got movement in front of you? Gives it into Bruno. Bruno now.
I thought he was going to. I thought he was.
You're doing. It was just too. I mean, he caught in two minds there. That's what he was.
Yeah, well, I thought he was angling to shoot, and I'm saying exactly that's what he should be doing. And he just. Then he didn't know what he was going to do after that when he changed his mind.
Botman. Tonali picks the ball up just inside the Newcastle half, heading towards the halfway line. West Ham just backing off them now. Bruno. Shaw now on the halfway line, plays the ball right down the line to Chow. Chow with the opportunity to get into the box. Good ball into the box, but it's headed clear again by West Ham. Ball's fallen to Murphy. Drags it wide. Murphy this time. little bit despondent there from Murph. You can see body language.
You know, those they've got to go on target, man.
Yeah, snatched at that one.
If that's on target, it's in.
Yeah. Well, Harvey Barnes is coming on. So I would imagine Murphy this time, or would you reckon J7?
I've got no idea.
No, I don't think anybody does now. I mean, crikey. Long clearance from Mariola, headed forward by.
I'm still trying to get my head around the fact that he took Big Nick off. You know, if you're gonna go for it, put a shoulder on, but you know, play with the two of them.
Yeah.
Botman's coming off.
What the heck?
So
now we go with 3 at the back.
We've got 3 at the back now, exactly.
Midfield drop. Who's playing left wing back then? Harvey Barnes?
Well, it looks like we're playing without that one.
What the heck?
Chris is saying this guy's a numpty.
Who's playing left wing back? Or are we not bothering? Ramsey? Anyway, ball is out of play, and that's got to be a Newcastle throw in. Thrown back into Chow. This is what drives you insane, because you know you have so many different plays. Oh, that was a poor ball across the heart. Oh dear, Dan Byrne, and then Joe 7 decides to bring Fernandez down. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't know how J7's still on the field to play. I really don't know. It's gone crazy, if I'm honest with you, because there doesn't seem to be anything. I don't know who's playing where now. It's beyond a joke. Harvey Barnes has come on, and let me see if I can get Harvey Barnes on my field, just so I've got him actually there. I can only assume J7 now is playing left wing back.
Come on, man. This is a shambles. Come on, man. Get yourself some more. Get some professionalism back in your game.
Malik Chow back there. Ball into the box. Ooh, Popey just threw a hand out and manages to get a bit of purchase on it. Paqueta back into the box. And again, no calling, lads. J7 and Malik Chow going for the same ball there. What the heck? It's a ball just pushed into the box. And again, it's reaction more from Popey.
Yeah, but good reaction.
Because of all the movement. Yeah.
Great reaction.
Because that could have just gone straight through and into the net.
Suchek, that's where he's at his most dangerous, right in the 6-yard box.
Somerville. Again, Diouf just puts the ball into the box.
Oh, another good
back
save
from Kilman, and again it's pushed over the ball from Popey.
This is a shambles.
Well, I mean, we're confused. Never mind the players on the park. People saying that Eddie ain't got a plan B. This is plan bloody F, mate. I don't know what's going on. It's a poor corner, but it's come straight back out to Paqueta, who's got another chance. Better ball into this time. It's come all the way back.
What's he doing letting that one go to him for?
Sure. Somerville back to Fernandez. Fernandez whips the ball into the penalty spot. Again, it's fallen nicely. Harvey Barnes.
Rid of it,
He's
man.
lost it though to Somerville. Somerville now on the edge of the box. It's given to Debo. Bowen dinks it back to the back stick, and it's all over the place at the minute, and it's a goal to West Ham and Potts. It is absolute. Offside. We're lucky.
He's offside. Thank God.
He's offside.
This is a comedy of errors. This man, come on.
What the heck is going on here? Who's offside? Because I didn't see anybody at the time.
I saw there was 3 claret shirts, well up. And this ball comes back in.
It's just his shoulder. Suchek. And because it comes off Souček's chest, he's offside. Oh, lucky. We are so lucky. Because it literally was his... yeah, they're just checking to make sure he was definitely offside. Just the automated. Souček just having a word. Yeah, West Ham showing us how to play against a low block. You're right, bro. Offside. Shocking. Absolutely. We are all over the place. Sharp brings the ball out from the offside. Decision into Tonali, into Chow. Chow down the line to Byrne. Byrne. Oh, that's a poor ball to J7 from Byrne. And again, it's just driven to try and get Bowen.
Got it, to be fair.
J7 now on the turn. Again, lucky. Ball driven up towards Ramsey. But again, it's to nobody in particular. Bowen now driving the ball into Pope. Pope gets down to that one really
Pope was lucky then. No, Pope had dived before he needed to, but just happened to be in the right place.
Byrne gives it.
Come on, start putting some passes together. One touch, for God's sake.
70 minutes and we look absolutely abysmal. Looks like Harvey Barnes is playing central to try and support Asula. Ball over the top of the diagonal to J7, who's hugging that touch line on the left-hand side. Byrne goes on the outside. J7 doesn't know what to do. Gives it to Dan Byrne. Dan Byrne gives it to Bruno. Bruno now comes back on himself. Plays the ball square to Shaw. Shaw gets the ball out of his feet. And you know what he's going to do. And it's blocked. Falls to Somerville. Again, Paqueta just allowing the ball to run to him. Got plenty of time. On the half turn, he's playing a right dance, Paqueta is. He's been outstanding, Paqueta. Areola with a hoof. And again, ball played in off a deflection, but it's fallen nicely to Newcastle. Ramsey with a bit of a diagonal run. Plays it out to J7, who again just stops and holds onto the ball. Plays it into Bruno. Again, heavily loaded on that left-hand side. Plays it back to J7. J7 gets a touch and again just waits for Basaka to come to him. Plays a ball into Chow. Then Tonali. Tonali with a little dink over the top looking for Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes now again with Diouf for company. Diouf's played well for them as well. Murphy. Shaw into Tonali. Tonali looking for support. Out to Murphy on this right-hand side. Murphy
nicely
gets Harvey Barnes. Nice turn from Harvey Barnes. But he gets closed down really quickly.
Not even getting
from Todibo. No, and it's out for a goal kick, I think.
The only glimmer of hope that I can see here.
Oh my days! Look at that. How close is that? It's a toe. If he cuts his toenails, he's onside.
The only glimmer of hope that I can see here is that when you're a club in the turmoil and in the position that West Ham are in, that we were in so often, and you get that glimmer of hope, you know, they've just gone ahead, they've had a one disallowed, and then we get the equaliser. There's every chance we're going to win it after that, because they'll just implode. And it's when you're in their position, which, as I say, we've been in many, many times, it's the hope that kills you, because right now their fans are thinking, at last, you know, this is a turn in the corner, and then somebody comes along and stabs you in the heart. But it ain't looking like happening anytime soon.
No. Murphy's first touch was poor.
Look at the space.
Yeah, on that left-hand side, because we're all transitioning forward, you see. We've got loads of bodies. Bowen now trying to get past Chow, but he's blocked. Gives it back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka again just holding on to the ball and trying to jink his way to the left-hand side. He gives it to Bowen. Bowen now back to Paqueta. Paqueta and Fernandez now inside to Potts. Potts is looking a worldie at the minute. Lovely ball to Wan-Bissaka, who tries to play it back. Here's how Wan-Bissaka's offside there. Lovely ball. Like I say, just Wan-Bissaka just Unfortunately, he's just a little bit too lazy to get himself back on side before he makes his run. Murphy there nearly looked like he was going to play him on side, to be fair, because he wasn't in line, Murphy. Watching the ball rather... Oh, Elanga's coming on. Murphy coming off, I would have thought. This has got to be the final throw.
PK Bun. I think that must be Branton in the chat.
It is.
We pulled our only forward who was good in tight spaces for one who needs open grass. Osula won't see open grass for the rest of the game. What on earth are we doing?
Yeah, it's crazy at the minute. All over the shop. Ramsey with a little bit of a tricky run, playing on the right-hand side. Again, gets tripped. The referee has allowed play to go on now. Falls into Murphy, who plays it back to Shaw.
Ramsey,
Ball. But again, you know, it's Newcastle just having this pendulum football and West Ham playing narrow, and we just don't know how to deal with it. Chow gives it to Tonali. Tonali gets it out of his feet. Again, we're talking 40 yards away from the West Ham goal.
It's a good ball
in, and again, it's cleared the lines from West Ham.
He's kept it in.
J7 tries to feed it back towards Harvey Barnes. He's give it to Dan Burn. Dan Burn gives it to Harvey Barnes. Good ball into the box, but again, it's cleared from Todibo. It's fallen to Bowen now. Bowen's got time to try and turn and do something creative with it, but it goes beyond Souček, who's playing up top at the minute, Souček, and he does look like a rabbit in headlights. Burn into J7. J7 now to Bruno. Bruno plays it into Shaw. Shaw gets it into the danger area, and it's rubbish. And it's easily cleared, and it's all the way back to the halfway line. And Chow will just say, no, I'll have that. Thank you very much to Popey. Chow now. Again, just everybody camped into West Ham half. They are trying to see out these final 15 minutes of the game. West Ham 2, Newcastle 1. Murphy trying to drive the ball in, but again, it's a poor ball. And now we've got a lot, four on four here with West Ham. Somerville plays it into Paqueta, who tries to find a narrow space. Sorry, it was Fernandez.
Still got the overlap.
Bowen now. He's got loads of movement from players, and again, it's a corner now for West Ham. One simple ball on that transition going forward, and it is what I expected. Murphy off, and Elanga on. Hopefully we can do something about this now. Can't see what, but I'm hoping we can.
Again, as we know, Elanga's great running onto balls in green space, and as Brandt said early doors there, we ain't going to see a lot of green space now.
No. In swinger, Paqueta pushes the ball towards the back stick. Popey comes and claims that
one of your throws, do it!
Popey's just waiting. He can't see anybody. He gives it to Tonali. Tonali now on this right-hand side. Everybody was looking at the
Asula's away. Go on, son.
Asula now trying to break lines. Asula on this right-hand side.
As well.
Steps over it and then just does a couple of jinks. Goes backwards to Tonali. Tonali. Bruno. Bruno's got time to turn. Feeds it square to Chow. Chow now again. All of the West Ham players. Ball over to the top. It's Ramsey. Tries to put the ball back in the danger area, and it's on the volley from Bruno. And it's up and down
for Wigan.
If you're in the Aussie rules, Corey, it's 3-pointer.
I tell you what, wouldn't that have been a goal if it had connected?
Yeah, absolutely. Who's this young lad coming on for them? I have no idea.
I don't rally, no lad.
Somerville coming off. He's had a decent game for them. Walker Peters, so they're going defensive. Somebody who's going to sit a little bit deeper for them.
Again, Somerville hasn't done a lot today, to be honest.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he's run well with the ball, if I'm honest. I thought he's done okay.
Yeah, me. Here we go.
Tonali.
Thank you. Random with Newcastle. Why is it always a few steps forward and then a few back? Why can we never seem to maintain consistency? And who is to blame? Well, we know where the finger's going to be pointed. And, by the way, random, by me as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, these substitutions have created nothing but chaos, if I'm honest with you. We are so choked in the middle of the park now, there's no movement. There's nobody breaking, trying to get in and beyond. Ball now into Ramsey. Ramsey trying to feed back to Elanga, but again, Paqueta doing what Paqueta does well. Just trying to draw the tackle and get the free kick, but the referee's seen none of it this time, and he's allowed Newcastle with the throw in. And Big Dan Burn has come over to this right hand side.
By the way, Warren, we did say yes, super chat, but not suitable for transmission, I'm afraid.
Big throw in from Dan Burn. Gets it towards that front post, but it's headed clear this time. Well, every time. The ball has been
go on, quickly, man.
To Bruno, who's got a chance to move the ball forward. He gets the ball out to Elanga, who can't get it under control the first time. He's pushed himself a little bit wider, feeds the ball back to Tonali.
Well done, Tonali.
Tonali gets it onto his left foot again, tries to dink it into the box towards that back stick, and again it's blocked by West Ham, who've got lots of bodies in the way. Back out to Elanga, back into Tonali. Tonali now driving the ball down the line, but again, Bruno just can't control that ball from Tonali, and it's easy. Oh, there's a lot of sad faces in the crowd wearing black and white. Eddie Howe questioning the time being allowed for West Ham to keep drawing down. It's a frustrating day at the office for Eddie Howe, I must admit. And it's even more frustrating.
I've got to say, honestly, and this is it, it's the hope that kills you. I thought we'd turn the corner. I thought it was going to be improvement here on in, and this has just been a one giant step backwards.
Oh, what ball is that?
Well, Barnes said, I'm going to make the run, and then he didn't. He told him where he wanted it, and that's where he put it, but by then he changed his mind.
Bowen now with the run again, just waiting for bodies. Paqueta on the edge of the box. It's blocked on the first instance. Walker-Peters feeds it. Who's that, Lanners? Come on, is that number 12, Tadibo? Oh, it's Diouf now.
Walker-Peters came on for summer.
Yeah. Oh, nice little ball into the box. Ooh, he tried to beat him at the near post there.
How was so wide open there, man?
That's crazy, isn't it?
And look at this, they've got no urgency there.
Well, it's like I said, what are you doing? It's the 82nd minute, lads. Come on, you're playing as if you're 2-1 up. Put the ball on them. No idea whatsoever. Tonali down the line to Elanga. Elanga back to Tonali. Again, all the avenues are closed for Newcastle to try and get in and beyond. I could say West Ham it's just easy for them.
Good ball.
Great
Go
ball
on, well done, Asula. What a run.
Plays the ball into no man's land, and again it's behind all of the green shirts. But Paqueta, for once,
but that was nice.
Yeah. Out for a throw in. Tonali goes quick to Bruno. Bruno now with the ball. Down the line to Elanga. Elanga's got a bit of room to fire this ball into the box. It's going all the way across.
Yeah, right. That's a good cross.
Bowen,
and that's just nobody Paqueta. In the box.
But look at the running now from Bowen.
Oh, look,
you know what I mean? Diagonal ball, and it's just easy for Paqueta to find. There's two West Ham shirts. Now all of a sudden there's 5 or 6 of them because they've been able to play the ball. Souček trying to play around the corner there for Bowen, but again it's all the way back to Tadibo. Kilman. They've only had anything to do, these two centre-halves. It's been probably the easiest game West Ham have had to play this season.
Yeah.
Tadibo down the line. Walker-Peters now on this left-hand side. Walker-Peters got Souček in front of him, but he decides to keep the ball and bring it back to Paqueta. Best player on the park by far today, Paqueta. Todibo. Fernandez miscontrols it. It's fallen to Bruno. Gives it to Chow. Chow there. First ball up into J7. Now we've got Ramsey. Ramsey dinks over the one step, but can only give it back to Tonali, who gives it to Alanga. Tonali with the ball over the top, and Ramsey now making a headlong in. And who's the player coming back for
push.
him? Ramsey. Paqueta, I should say, not on.
Oh.
Ramsey's now being given a handball, I think it was, by Ramsey.
Oh, right. I was going to say, because how the hell could that have been a free kick there? West Ham? He got pushed in the back.
Who's coming off? 18 for number 5's coming on. So who's 18 for them? Oh, that's Fernandez, isn't it? Good. He's done well.
Igor Julio.
So very defensive now. Going 5 at the back.
Right, why not?
Yeah. I mean, we
It's
couldn't
three
get past 4.
valuable points for them.
What's the chance of us getting past 5?
West Ham moved to within 3 points of safety. Interesting tomorrow night. Who are we cheering for tomorrow night?
Oh my God. Yeah, difficult one. But it's going to be the Toffee Blues. Ball goes long. Again, it's up towards Bowen, but it's been headed out, and it's a throw-in.
I think
Tonali's the first. Exactly. Tonali.
If Everton win, they go above us. If Sunderland win,
yeah, exactly. Burn.
They go second.
Oh my God. Bird now gives it to Bruno. Bruno just simple pass to Tonali. What is it? Why are we so static? Ball fed in towards J7, but again, it's just too easy. And allowed to run out for a goal kick. Useless, mate. Absolutely useless.
Oh, it'd be interesting to have to hear these take tonight.
Well, like I said, his take, he's the wrong take.
He's got to take he's got to show a lot of the blame here, I think.
We've gone with this 3-2-2-2-1 system. It's just all over the shop. Like I said, we've become too narrow in the middle of the park, and we've got nothing at all because there's so many bodies there.
It's literally what we've been playing for the last hour is just hit and hope, really. You know, there's been no structure, no. Just get it forward and hope for something to happen.
I mean, I saw in the chat earlier on that we've got, we score one goal and these will implode. We've scored one goal and they've gone from strength to strength. Bruno now. Bruno plays the ball in.
That is shocking, man.
Yeah, to be fair, it's an awful ball because it was a 50-50 ball in the end rather than a ball to feet. So it's a poor display. Chow plays the ball back to J7. J7 inside to Bruno. Bruno again just takes a touch away from Bowen. But Newcastle can only play backwards. There is no momentum going forwards. Ramsey into Alanga. Alanga on the outside. Back to Tonali inside. Bruno on the half turn. Trying to find some space. Gives it to J7. J7 drags it back out to Malik Chow. There's a player out there with Harvey Barnes and he gives it to him. Harvey Barnes back on side. Gives it back into Bruno. Bruno on the edge of the box. Bruno gives it to... Oh, what's that? Harvey Barnes. Jesus. I don't know whether he's trying to just float one into the back stick there, Harvey Barnes.
It was neither one nor the other, was it?
No, it was nothing. It was just, like I say, let's just dink one up over the top and see what happens. No quality whatsoever. Worst performance of the season thus far.
Oh, I'd the worst performance for a long, long time anyway.
I mean, Newcastle, 74% possession, 11 touches in the opposition box, no shots on target, 4 shots on goal. I mean, it's criminal. It really is criminal. When you haven't tested in the second half whatsoever to get back into this game. 89th minute. What are you doing, lads? Take some bloody shots.
We have scored more goals in the last 10 minutes, and 10 minutes plus, obviously, than any other team.
Bruno with the ball into the back stick, but again, it's long. It's headed clear by Wan-Bissaka, but it's fallen to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes to Malik Chow. Malik Chow gives it back to Harvey Barnes, who's hugging that touchline. Feeds it inside to Bruno. Bruno goes square to Tonali. Tonali drags it back, gives it into Alanga, who's on the corner of the box. Feeds it in as there's a header by Asula. It was Asula's header. Yeah. But it's straight down Areola's throat, unfortunately. And it's just easy. If he plays it back across him, it's in the net. But he just puts no power into it. He tries to guide it, but he guides it straight into his hands.
Like I say, as long as I get it on target, I've got no complaints.
Again, all too close, but it's J7's been clattered there by Souček. So it's a free kick just inside the Newcastle half. 5 minutes now, guys, of added time. West Ham 2-1 up, and we are looking dreadful. Alanga.
And we will, by the way, be going straight into the match reaction after this. So you'll be redirected to that.
And a big shout out as well to the Geordie Boot boys, because their ticker tape is running below us, as you can see with all the latest information. And the latest information, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't already know, is we're rubbish at the minute. We are rubbish. Bruno out to Alanga. Langa's tries to get a ball again, non-directional in the box.
Why try crossing with your left foot when you've got all the time in the world?
Souček is just playing for time now.
Yeah.
Saying that he's got kicked in between the legs, that he was nowhere near it. Oh, I don't know, actually. Dan Burn did put a boot up into the nether regions. But he's up, he's counted them, and he's still got 2. Diouf now having a bit of a stretch out. His legs are starting to go on him. The West Ham fans can't believe it. They've got their hands on the legs.
Yeah, I know, because they're just expecting what, as I say, we've seen this a million times, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's the hope that kills you. Oh, what on earth?
Shot on goal. Oh, just over the bar. Oh. Bloody Shaw trying to bring the ball down.
What on earth was he doing there, man? For goodness sake.
Oh, it's awful. I mean, it's like I say, this is the only thing that gets me with all this ball over the top looking for a load. No, there's no point. No point whatsoever. When you look at it, you pay all this money, right? And this is what I said. When you pay all the money out for workers with no quality, there you go. Look, Paqueta just telling him just to take it easy. Take your time, go to the other end, walk across your 6-yard box and all that malarkey. We are deep into injury time now. Yeah, Freddie Potts, absolutely, like I said at the start, he is a good young lad, and he gets the Player of the Match award. But for me, the lad who has done most damage for them has been Paqueta. Freddie Potts has done superb. I'm not going to deny him.
Bruno, man, it was it.
Yeah. Go on, Bruno. Give it to your countryman. J7 now goes wide to Chow. Malik Chow now has got Dan Burn, feeds in into Harvey Barnes, all on that left-hand side. Nothing coming into the box. Being peppered there by Todibo. And it's again going to be a long throw in by Dan Byrne.
Long throw from the corner flag.
We ain't got much longer now to play with.
2 minutes.
Long throw from Dan Byrne. Flicked on, and it's easy for Areola. Dive into his left-hand side. Oh, now he's saying he's got cramp.
No, he's...
Oh.
Can still do gymnastics, but he's got problems.
Now he's saying I've got cramp. You know, as if he's been doing the 9 or 10K today.
No, Share was in an
It's
inch of putting
away.
that in, by the way.
Come on. Just don't get involved, Asula.
This is shocking.
There's no point in getting involved, lad. Areola's still on the floor. Stretching out. This is still Eddie Howe's looking disgusted. He's trying to make in his head what he's going to say in the full-time whistle at today's performance. And I hope he's got some answers.
Well, I don't think there are any answers, are there?
Phew. No. I mean, how long have they been playing without a forward? Areola now just decides to throw it. He goes long. J7 with a headed clearance, and again it's booted and then headed back to Popey from Shaw. Pope then decides to roll it out. Looks to go and kick it.
Get it out. Come on, man. Just get some buddies in the middle, man. There you go. Now give it. How are you?
The ball long. Ball comes out to Paqueta, who again finds himself loads of space. Paqueta's just got loads of time to run the ball deep into the Newcastle half. Again, being chased all the way by Ramsey, but again...
Winds the clock down. That's
Whoa! What's going on here? Oh, my days. And Ramsey's going to get a card. And Paqueta's going to get a card because he's just showboating there. What on earth? And the referee will call a halt to this very, very soon. I mean, it is so bad.
Another wasted opportunity.
J7 throws it into Tonali. Tonali goes square because now...
We'll just get it up.
Pope decides he wants to come out and have a go. Pope goes long, looking for opportunities. It's headed well clear, and we've got a break on here for West Ham. Bowen outside to Paqueta, who's run... Oh, there's Bowen again. He shoots. It's come out to Souček. Souček scores. What the heck are we seeing? I mean, it's a long clearance to Pope.
To be fair, that's what you expect when you just throw all your meat on the grill in the last couple of minutes.
I just want to see if there was a decision. Is he offside? No, he's not offside. Not offside there. It goes through Pope's legs, and then he dives into Pope. Is he offside there? The only thing, Pope does his best to get in.
No, nothing matter with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm going to say he wasn't offside. I thought there might be an offside there, but there was no offside. And like I said, it's what West Ham absolutely deserve. Now they're just checking. What are they checking for? He's not offside. Come on. There is no reason to hang around, guys. It's 3-1. What's the matter with it? I thought we had this automated.
Absolutely embarrassing. I couldn't agree with you more.
Goal. There you go. Even I could see.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I thought we had this bloody automated offside.
It's a two onside, to be fair. Same as the two was offside.
Yeah, but like I said,
but I mean, this could. Let's not cover anything up here. This could have been 6 or 7 to West Ham.
Blow. That's it. All over.
And
Wow.
and that knocks our goal difference as well. We're going to a negative goal difference. So as far as the table is concerned, a draw, even a draw now, well, actually, it won't put Everton in front of us.
Wow.
But that is
criminal. I have nothing. Nothing to say. I can't. I don't even know where to start with this one. It's been an absolute sham. Guys, we will be jumping straight over to the next show. But obviously, the one thing that I am going to say, right? I'm going to say a massive thank you to you guys that have been a lot more entertaining than the stuff that I will say I have the pleasure of, because I haven't had the pleasure at all of that one. Random Access, thank you so much. Queenie, thank you so much. Wazza, thank you so much. You contributed quite a few times. Chris,
just get this last one in quickly. It's confused. Eddie decided to play everyone in everyone else's position. Eddie, we said changes are good, but the team was all over the place.
Absolutely.
Ludicrous.
Irish, obviously, thank you so much.
And
Sam,
I
thank you so much.
Obviously agree with every bit of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was absolutely, like I say, dire.
Sam here, thank you very much for all your super chats.
West Ham go up to 18th.
Gavin Fuller, thank you. And Chris the American Mag, thank you.
I mean, like I say, 13th for now, but we could slip down to 15th. No, 14th.
14th.
Yeah.
Everton can go above us now, but this is it's shocking.
Where do we go? I think that's the problem. Right then, guys. Thank you ever so much for joining us on the watch along. Poor one it has been. We'll see you very soon.
Shortly in the reaction studio.
And I'm hoping that people react as they should.
How are the lads? He said without any energy whatsoever.
Indeed. I'll see you in a bit. Take care, everyone.
Ciao, ciao.